Welcome alongside, everybody. We are in beautiful Sikeston, Missouri. It is the site of today's football contest. It is a rare Thursday game. I'm Frankie Castillo. Welcome to the pregame show. It is presented by First Midwest Bank. Tonight, the Mules are looking to get their first win of the football season, 0-4. For the first time since 2005. So glad to be here on a rare Thursday evening. Weather-wise, you're not going to get any better for a high school football game. Joining me is Tim Hicks up on the roof once again. That's game 2 in a row where Tim and I are battling the weather elements. Last week, Tim was underneath. We had a big pole in our way. Tonight, all we have is beautiful skies above. Hopefully no obstructions. Going to be a fantastic night for high school football. And joining me all the way from downtown Poplar Bluff, I've got John Scott. John Scott, welcome alongside. And first and foremost, tell us all, how was that Sikeston hot dog, my friend?
Well, Frankie, I'm glad to be here, back on the roof again. I like this, the Thursday night game. That'll be a good trivia question, maybe. When was the last Thursday night game?
Ooh.
The Sikeston dog was not terrible. I will say I am hungry, so that might skew my score a little bit. Bun was good. Dog was pretty good. Wasn't quite hot enough. A failure with the mustard, though. I'll say again, they had mustard packages that were probably manufactured in 1973. But I will give Sikeston a thumbs up for the hot dog. Not as good as a mule dog, but pretty good.
All right, so there you go. The hot dog man himself. He'll let you know firsthand. So tonight, John, as we wait for this game to kick off here in about 37 minutes from right now, the Mules are looking for their first win of this season. And, you know, I'm going to talk to Coach Dave Sievers coming up in a moment. But one thing I look at this time of year, I always look at the standings in our districts. Right now, it's no secret the Mules are in the bottom. But there still is time for the Mules to maybe get a little momentum, and possibly there is a chance we might be able to host a playoff game later on. We still got to take on Fox. That's going to be a big game, a big district game for us. We win tonight. Who knows, because Webster Groves, they have not won a game yet this year. Melville, same scenario. So it's very possible that the Mules could sneak into a 4 spot. But they've got to get the job done tonight. I think a loss tonight, and we're going to be on the road come week 10.
Yeah, I agree. I think we do have an opportunity. You know, it's been a rough first part of the season, but last week I think the Mules came out and played really well. They were focused, and they were really holding their own against Jackson most of the game. And, you know, I think that tonight is our night to get a win. I hope that our team doesn't have a letdown. You know, you come and you play hard like they did last week against a big hyped-up game against Jackson, and then here we are. So I hope we stay focused. I think our offense is coming along, and I think we have a really good chance to get that win tonight and then build on that and finish strong the rest of the season.
Absolutely, and our good friend David Hadley is tuning in tonight, and he's right. I was going to comment, did you realize, John, on the way up here as we get set up and ready to go, tonight is something pretty cool for the Mules because Coach Sievers loves this type of atmosphere. We're going to be playing on a rare natural grass field. We don't see that very often anymore, but here tonight in Sikeston, we're going to be playing on natural grass.
Yes, it's something I noticed too. You know, I didn't really think about it, but we've been playing on turf all season, and I hope that we adjust accordingly to that as well. Maybe a little bit slower game. Maybe that'll help us a little bit. But, yeah, it's interesting to see over here in Sikeston. Haven't been to a game over here in a while. Haven't seen their stadium in a long time, and I think we'll be all right on this real turf. I like it.
All right, so here tonight, before we welcome in Coach Dave Sievers in just a moment, check this out. Tonight during Mules Trivia, you brought it up earlier, we're going to give away a gift card from Academy Sports and Outdoors, and we're going to give away an awesome Magellan cooler courtesy of Academy Sports and Outdoors. So we're going to be doing that up tonight on a very rare Thursday game. And tonight, the Mules, one thing that I do as I look out here and I see the boys warming up, one thing that jumps out to me right away as Coach Manning bringing the team, it looks like tonight we are not going to have Darius Graham. He is going to be out tonight. He is wearing street pants here tonight, so not exactly sure of his status, but I do know he's not going to play tonight for the Mules. On the other side, for Sikeston, you've got Joseph Heckemeyer. He is the main quarterback for this Sikeston team. Coming in, 8 rushing touchdowns on the season, on the year, 1 touchdown pass, 1 interception. I was told before we got going tonight, he is not going to be the quarterback tonight. Instead, it'll be Caden Craig. He's only got 75 yards of offense so far this year. But Joseph Heckemeyer, 300 yards on the ground. He's going to be running back number 1. Sikeston, they like their chances when it comes to the ground game against Poplar Bluff. If they get Joseph Heckemeyer up and going, it could be a long night for the Mules.
It could be, and I think it all is going to flow from our offense. If we can keep our offense on the field more than we have and get some long, sustained drives, that'll help. Our defense is tough. They play with anybody, but they can't play the whole game that way. So that's what we're hoping our offense stays on the field a little more tonight so we can stop that run game from Sikeston.
Absolutely. So what we're going to do now, before we welcome in the head coach of the Mules, we're going to bring in our good friend Tim O'Neill. He is the chief nursing officer with Poplar Bluff Regional. And I got to give this guy a medal because he was able to walk over here, climb the ladder. I meant to tell you, Tim, we were supposed to be inside, but I'm sure as you noticed downstairs, it is a jungle down there.
It is packed.
They put us up here on the roof, and I'm okay with that tonight.
You got a great view.
We do, a great view here tonight.
What a beautiful evening for football.
So let's talk about, you came in yesterday on the program, and I wanted to get you on twice, but we ran out of time. Coming up tomorrow, big lunch and learn going on at the hospital. Tell us more about it and how folks can get involved back at home.
Yes, sir. We will have a sepsis lunch and learn tomorrow at Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center. It will start at noon and go to 1 o'clock. We will have keynote speakers, Dr. Josh Gast, myself as the Chief Nursing Officer of the hospital, and other hospital staff. Basically just increasing awareness of sepsis identification and treatment modalities for that.
You know, we were talking about that yesterday, and one thing about it, most folks know the awareness of strokes and heart attacks. You start talking about this topic, and a lot of people don't know what that really is.
You are correct. It is considered a silent killer. People think they just may have a simple infection going on, don't take all their antibiotics, and the infection just keeps getting worse and worse, and it causes a lot of organ damage in the body.
Absolutely, and one thing about these lunch and learns is it gives folks an opportunity. Whether you're in Bluff or not, you can also tune in via Zoom as well.
Yeah, Zoom. They can dial into the number on the Facebook websites. Said it's going to be a good educational opportunity, and it's not just us talking. We're going to engage the crowd, the community, provide a good educational opportunity, and just have some fun time together.
You know, I messed up yesterday we talked about this on the air yesterday. I did not realize that next Friday night, it is something very unique in Poplar Bluff. We're going to be doing our senior night for Bluff, but it's also going to be our pink out night.
Yes, sir.
And that means that next Friday, something wonderful is going to happen at Poplar Bluff Regional. Give us more details.
So it's all about breast cancer awareness. We will be lighting up the hospital in the front of very pink, a lot of pink going on. Breast cancer awareness, again, it's very important to our community. Preventative measures, diagnosis, regular checkups. We can't stress enough. Get your mammogram, get your mammogram, get your mammogram.
Absolutely. And you know what? Tonight, as folks are watching right now on YouTube and Facebook, we just saw the scoreboard up there. What I want to see tonight is I want to see the Mules maybe shut out an opponent tonight. That would be nice to get our offense going. Your boy's going to be starting center. Is he nervous right now making that jump from what he was doing before to starting center?
No, I think he's ready. I think his teammates are ready. They are hungry for a win, and I think tonight they're going to pull it off.
You want to give us a final prediction score-wise? I know the last couple of weeks we've been off, but what do you think?
I think it's going to be Poplar Bluff Mules tonight, 21-14.
Ooh, you're still going to go close.
I am.
Okay, so back to the lunch and learn. If anybody has any questions, is there a way they can get information beforehand if they have anything before tomorrow?
They can call the hospital, ask for Tim O'Neill, Chief Nursing Officer. They can ask for our Marketing Director. Again, we're just hoping for a good turnout tomorrow. It'll be a good educational opportunity. We look forward to it.
And, of course, now next Friday night we'll have the big tailgate party going on, and I do know the Booster Club's going to be out there cooking hamburgers and hot dogs. You guys will have a booth also?
We will, yep. Giving out goodies, talking to the community, and just trying to give back.
And I'm assuming you'll make time for us next week too, right?
Absolutely.
All right, Tim. Well, good luck climbing back down that ladder, my friend. Go enjoy the football game, and good luck tomorrow. We'll see you next Friday.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
You betcha. Tim O'Neill, the Chief Nursing Officer with Poplar Bluff Regional. It is 6:30 on the dot here tonight. We appreciate Tim coming up here and joining us. Okay, we're going to step away. I see Coach Sievers. He is walking up toward us right now. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. We're going to come back, and we'll have have a head coach, Dave Sievers, live as we continue on the pregame show. It's all being brought to you by First Midwest Bank. You're listening to Mules Football on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Caring for those you love also means taking good care of yourself. At Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center, our healthcare providers take the time to identify your health risks and help you prioritize good health. Regular checkups and age-appropriate screenings are important to be healthy now and stay well in the future. With same or next day appointments and online scheduling, we make it easy to make an appointment right now. You can even see us from the comfort of your own home via telehealth. Put your health first today by making an appointment by visiting pbrmc.com and searching online scheduling.
This fixed, and we're going to get things turned around. And when we
Time to go inside the game day locker room, presented by First Midwest Bank, a traditional customer service in a digital banking age, a locally owned and managed community bank who is efficient in responding to customer needs, proudly serving 4 locations in Poplar Bluff. All right, Coach, once again, we're on the road tonight. Beautiful weather in Sikeston, Missouri. It is Mules against the Bulldogs. Tell me how the team has been this week with practice, and are the Mules ready for yet again another SEMO Conference matchup tonight, once again on the road here at Sikeston?
Well, playing on a Thursday night is a little bit different. These kids have never done that before. It used to be a pretty common thing, back in the day when Cape played their games at SEMO, they'd always play on Thursday nights. And so, we just modified practice a little bit, got a little bit more Monday than we usually do. And basically just eliminated our Thursday practice. So we've had some really good practices this week. We've been under the lights a couple of nights because of the heat. So, the new rules in the state of Missouri kind of really limit what you can do in the heat. It's a good rule. I never thought I'd see the day when it was too hot to practice football, but that's kind of what it's come to. So we've modified. Like I said, we've been under the lights Tuesday and Wednesday. So I think we're ready to go. Kids have the season's not gone the way we wanted it to by any means. We still think that if we were more consistent on offense, that we should be 3-1, 4-0 right now. But the kids are resilient. Like I said, we've had a good week of practice. Their attitudes are good, and we know and we understand that we're gonna get this fixed and we're gonna get things turned around. And when we do, we think we're gonna be a pretty darn good football team.
Let's start off by talking about injuries. Last week, Coach, Mason West went down early in the football game. I thought that changed the complexion of the entire second half. What's his status here tonight, and is he going to be 100%?
Oh, yeah, Mason's fine. He just took a shot to the hand, early diagnosis, not having any equipment on the field or anything. They thought he might have hurt his, the outside of his throwing hand a little bit, but the pinky area of his throwing hand. But he's fine. He's practiced all week. He's a tough kid. He bounced back from a broken leg his freshman year. So he's a gamer, and Jay will be ready to go too. So we're about as full speed as we can in that department.
Let's talk about Sikeston. They're going to score their points, averaging 20 points a ball game. It all begins with Joseph Heckemeyer. He is the QB as well. He's got 98 yards through the air this season, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Your thoughts on him? And by the way, they also have a pretty good run game. Heckemeyer, 8 rushing touchdowns so far this season, averaging nearly 7 yards a carry.
Yeah, we saw Sikeston in they had a 7-on-7 deal this summer. We were over there for, and we know what they can do. At least from the passing game part of it. The quarterback, he's a big, strong kid, throws it around really well, and 7-on-7s are good, but you don't see the true picture because, like you said, there's no run game involved. So we're gonna have to be ready. They're a good football team. They're better than their record, and I'm just hoping that we are too, obviously. But they're a very diversified offense, and we're going to have to be ready to go.
How critical will it be for the Mules tonight if we get the ball inside the red zone? So far this year, Coach, we are 0 for 3 when the Mules have the football inside the red zone.
That's been our biggest issue all year long. We've just a lack of consistency on offense, and that's something that we just keep talking about. And I, it kind of jumped up and bit us last week. We're driving down, and then we run a play that's designed to go to the right go to the left, and some of us wound up going right. It's kind of hard to figure out how you can. Be clicking and executing and moving the ball, and then all of a sudden just have a mental lapse as a team, and it just. But that's just something that we as coaches have to get fixed, and like I said, the kids have been working hard, and I don't know if it's because we got so many kids going both ways, they just kind of get tired or whatever. But we cranked up the conditioning a little bit this week, and we're just trying to address all the problems as they pop up. But biggest thing is we just have to be more consistent on offense.
Speaking of offense, I thought Mikael McFarland last week had a great game, over 100 yards on the ground. It seems like the run game for the Mules has picked up a little bit. Your thoughts on him?
Yeah, he's a real shifty kid. We've had some issues at running back this year. Mikael was on the charts, but more as a defensive kid. He was probably 3 or 4 over the summer, just because we knew he was going to be playing a lot of special teams and defense and stuff. But we've had a few injuries and stuff, and so Mikael, football is the ultimate next man up sport, and he's making the most of his chances, and he's a real shifty kid, and he runs the ball well. He's fast when he gets out and open. So, we just need the linemen to keep blocking or continue to block or get better at blocking if things go the way I want them to. But Mikael, he's done a great job stepping in and kind of carrying the load for us.
Defensively, Coach, Logan Height, 58 tackles through this season so far. He is averaging 1 sack per ball game, but then Connor Stevens, he is averaging about 3.5 sacks a ball game. Your thoughts on the defense in general, and what about these tackles by Logan Height?
Well, Logan's just, we've always got a real athletic kid at linebacker that it seems like the last couple years it was Hunter, running around making tackles, and this year Logan seemed to have kind of taken that role. Coach Mann's defense is kind of designed for those kids. Obviously, all defenses are kind of designed for the linebackers to make tackles. The defensive lineman, I always tell them, your job is basically the same as an offensive lineman. You got to keep the linebackers clean, and any tackles you guys make is, just bonus tackles. So, Logan's done a great job this year. Like I said, the whole defense has played, extremely well last week. I don't think last week is indicative of what our defense is all about, because we just, once again, offensively, we weren't consistent enough, and the defense was just on the field for so long, and Jackson wants to play so fast and keep pressure on you, and those last couple scores I think that they had were just kind of a product of the kids just ran out of gas, and so that's one reason why we've kind of cranked up the conditioning a little bit, and we need to be more balanced as a team. The offense needs we've got to do a better job to support the defense.
2 more questions, Coach. After tonight, the football season will be officially halfway over. When do you start looking at the numbers as far as our seedings go for the districts? Right now, we are in the bottom. Can the Mules make it to possibly a 4 or 5 seed? I know we got to win a few games. Where do you see the Mules winding up when this season's all said and done?
Well, the Jackson and Cape games were big because they were conference and district games, and that kind of a double-edged sword there, as seeding in both areas. But we got Fox coming up here, next week, and they're a district school. So if we beat them, regardless of we got to stay, if we're back to back and we beat them, then we get to move up a notch, so we don't automatically jump them, but if we're back to back, we get to jump. But ultimately, bottom line, the way we've started kind of puts us in a hole, and we're gonna have to be satisfied with whatever seed, whatever we get in the end. But once again, when you look at our district, if we get to going and doing what we need to do, and what I really truly think we're capable of, then I think the district is kind of a toss-up this year. So, but as far as when you start looking, you don't want to look at them too quick, but as soon as the numbers come out, you start looking at them. So we kind of know that we've dug ourselves a hole, but it's nothing that we can't get out of.
All right, Coach, final question. To beat Sikeston here tonight and get the program their first win of this football season, your team must do what?
We just have to be more consistent. I know it sounds like a broken record, but we have to be more consistent on offense. The defense has played well enough that they've done their part, and special teams have been pretty productive this year for us. But offensively, we just haven't found. We just haven't found the right combination. We haven't found the magic that we need right now. And last year we had. We set a bunch of scoring records and stuff, and we had a very prolific offense, and I think last year was kind of an anomaly too, because you don't usually have a program that scores that many points. So I don't know if we got spoiled or if, how many points we were able to put up last year, but it's just a matter of consistency. We have to be able to do what we do. We've got to have success on first and second down to make third down easier, and then if we do get in a situation where it's fourth down, we're going to have to take some chances, and just we got to hang on to the football.
All right, Coach, best of luck coming up to you guys tonight. Go get them. We'll see you guys afterwards.
Thank you, sir.
Head Coach Dave Sievers joining us live inside the Game Day Locker Room, presented by First Midwest Bank. Still to come tonight, we've got your starting lineups, we've got your keys to victory, and Mules Football Thursday is on the way at the top of the hour. We are live in Sikeston. It is the Mules and the Bulldogs straight ahead. You're listening to Mules Football on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mule.
Breathe easier and extend the life of your HVAC system, plus fewer repair bills with Air Solutions Comprehensive Maintenance Plan. You'll save money and get the peace of mind that only comes from calling Air Solutions. 785-1500.
Want a career and not just another job? It's waiting for you at Briggs & Stratton. Great pay, great benefits, and continuing education. Everything you and your family deserve. Go to careers.basco.com and look at Poplar Bluff job openings.
Christian Automotive and Tire. Quality name brand tires that you know and trust. They also have ASE certified mechanics that have the training, tools, and knowledge to fix your vehicle right the first time. Business 67 South in Poplar Bluff. Eye Care Specialists is committed to the protection and the preservation of the precious gift of sight. Nothing is more important than your eyesight. That's the way the doctors of Eye Care Specialists see it.
Welcome back now to the pregame show presented by First Midwest Bank, and a big thank you again to head coach Dave Sievers of the Poplar Bluff Mules, giving us his thoughts here to the ball game coming up tonight. I want to go right to social media. My good buddy Ron Withrow, he got some good news today. John out of St. Louis, he is back at home right now, kicked back in the recliner, maybe having a Snickers bar, tuning in to Mules football.
Excellent.
Stacy Rommel, she is tuning in as well. Mo Jeffries, he is tuning in. Glad to have him alongside. I know David Hadley is tuned in. Let us know on the comment section where you are tuning in here tonight as we get ready for a rare Thursday night football game. Remember, back in the day, we're going to have our national anthem here in just a moment, but do you remember back in the day, Thursday night games were not as rare as they are right now. Matter of fact, Cape Central, back when they played where the Red Hawks played, they played on Thursday nights. Not that way anymore, but it used to be.
That's something I would sure you would know, Frankie.
I'm not sure why you would say that, but okay. I don't.
You know all that. I can't get by with anything because you'll know the truth.
I know the truth,
You're
exactly.
Like Google of high school athletics.
Rebecca Osborne tuning in tonight in Puxico, Missouri. The folks watching us right now on YouTube and Facebook, what about this weather we've got today? It's amazing. Yesterday, 97. We set a high in Poplar Bluff, 99. Today, didn't even get around 73.
Pretty crazy, Frankie. You know, we had a cross-country meet over. I always talk about cross-country, but we had a cross-country meet over in Van Buren, which is really a nice run over there. It's nice the folks in Van Buren have really grown that race. But it was so hot, Frankie. I'm telling you, I felt for those kids, and the gnats were out. We had a bunch of gnats in the heat and misery. It's like a completely different thing. And today, it's frankly a little bit chilly up here.
It really is. Now, I'll be honest with you. Yesterday, I ran 4 miles. I did that around 3:30. My wife about killed me. She didn't like it. It was very hot, very muggy, but I got it done. And today, you're right. If I would have waited 24 more hours, it would have been better.
Oh, Lord, man, you sweat your demons out yesterday.
You're not kidding. David Carroll Daryl tuning in. He says, finally, football weather. Brandon Wilson, he is tuning in from Poplar Bluff. He says, let's go Mules. And tonight, we'll see if the Mules are able to kind of get in rhythm, and I think that we're going to see a lot coming up from Poplar Bluff. By the way, if you're watching us on social media, if you do me a favor and go ahead and share this video, because tonight we've got some great prizes coming up as well. I've got Roger Hanner tuning in back in Poplar Bluff. Great guy. He says, let's get the victory. And Ron Withrow, he said, I described his day and his evening very well. So everybody tuning in on social media, I love it. Keep those comments coming in. We love seeing them. We're going to chat back and forth with you guys all night long. And, of course, for me personally, John, you've got a lot of folks tuning in. Grandma Jackie, she is tuning in. She is not the biggest fan right now of John Scott because we're 0-4.
Hey,
she says it's all your fault, John.
We're going to get a win, Grandma Jackie. One of these days we're going to get a win and we're going to celebrate.
Yes, we are. So coming up tonight, we're going to have our national anthem right now. We're going to go down field side for the playing of our national anthem. It is performed by the Sikeston Marching Band. Outstanding job by the Sikeston Marching Band here tonight, and we appreciate you tuning in. We love bringing you our national anthem here tonight. As always, Ron Withrow says, hang in there, Grandma Jackie. We'll get a win. It's going to happen. Tonight might be the night, John. Who knows? Now, by the way, we've got 11 minutes until kickoff. Have you been thinking about our Air Solutions keys to victory tonight?
Always, Frankie. It's always in my mind, all day and night. I wake up in the middle of the night thinking about it.
I bet you do. Now, I do want to say on a programming note, here's some exciting news. Coming up on Tuesday, Tim and I are going to be broadcasting live. I think John Scott's going to be with us. We're going to be broadcasting live from Bushwoods in Poplar Bluff at 6 p.m. We're going to be doing a Coach's Corner on Facebook and on YouTube. I believe we'll do it on radio as well. We're going to have the football coaches coming in. Also, we're going to invite another team in, and that is our high school softball team. So we'll talk to the coach, Coach Aaron Duncan, and some of the players in softball as well. And we're going to have a great time this Tuesday, 6 p.m. live from Bushwoods and Poplar Bluff. We encourage you to come out, hang out with the team. If you can't come out, you can also tune in right here on Facebook and on YouTube.
Very nice, Frankie. I like to see that. Draw some attention to some other sports. It's a great forum, good opportunity midweek when there's not a lot going on Tuesday night to have everybody get a chance to see some of our other coaches. Coach Duncan does an excellent job coaching basketball and seems like everything coaching. But that's good. That's a good thing to do. I like to see that. Get a little more exposure to our programs and let these kids get a little more credit for what they do and the effort that they put in.
So I've got, I'm not sure if Tim can, Tim, are you able to move that camera over here on us a little bit? I got the green drink here tonight, folks. And there's John. Sorry about that.
It's a little bit dark tonight, Frank.
Last week, Coach Pyland kicked this bad boy over. He blamed it on me, but it was all on him. Tonight, he is nowhere near us, so we're going to put
fault tonight.
We're going to put it right down there, so that way it doesn't get kicked over. And I wanted to get a kind of a glimpse of everything we have to work with right here on this table. Radio is not radio anymore. We've got it's like having a TV station right along with us.
I don't really know how you guys get all this stuff up here and all these wires sorted out. It's wild. I don't know how you do it. Tim does an excellent job of getting this all packaged and everything. It's excellent.
I thought you were going to fall off the ladder earlier coming up. I really did. I was concerned for your safety.
I can't imagine that the schools twice now we've climbed up really a liability pit that I can't imagine that their insurance people are happy about. But we got up here, and we'll probably make it down. So
we'll probably make it down. I like that. Adam Schooler is tuning in tonight. He says, go number 62, Logan Davis. He is cheering on from Lead Hill, Arkansas. Glad to have you alongside. Adam, we appreciate you as always. A rare Thursday night ball game. Tonight we're expecting a huge audience. Going to be a lot of fun. It is senior night for the Bulldogs, by the way. They were doing some senior festivities earlier here tonight. We are coming up under 10 minutes away. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a 30-second timeout. When we come back, we're going to have John Scott's Keys to Victory. It's all being brought to you by Air Solutions in Poplar Bluff. We're back in 30 seconds on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Eye Care Specialists is committed to the protection and the preservation of the precious gift of sight. Nothing is more important than your eyesight. That's the way the doctors of Eye Care Specialists see it. Breathe easier and extend the life of your HVAC system, plus fewer repair bills with Air Solutions Comprehensive Maintenance Plan. You'll save money and get the peace of mind that only comes from calling Air Solutions. 785-1500.
And we are back. It is now time for our John Scott's Air Solutions Keys to Victory tonight. John Scott, you've had all week to think about it, my friend, or 6 days, however you want to look at it. Take it away.
Yes, sir, Frankie. Well, the first thing, and I'll mirror last week a little bit, the first key to victory is us being able to get down that ladder when this is over, because I thought last week it's kind of preparation for this week because it's a little more treacherous, but that gets the heart pumping, so that's good. Frankie, realistically, I think the key is for our kids to come out and stay focused and play hard. I'm a little worried about a letdown because after that performance last week, which was really good, the game didn't turn out like we wanted, but the kids played really hard, really focused, put together their best half of football for the season. So there's a little bit of a risk of a letdown. I don't want to see that. So we need to come out strong and hard. And then I want to see our offensive line and our offense produce. We need to control the line of scrimmage. Grind it out a little bit on this team. I think we can. So if we run the ball and do a few passes here and there, but we can run the ball on this team, grind it out, get some points, I think that's excellent. And, of course, our defense got to give them a shout-out. They got to play how they've played the whole season, and we need to get a turnover, maybe 2 turnovers, I think. So we get that together, Frankie, and I think that will be our key to victory. And in the end, we will score more points than the other team and walk out of here with a win. We'll climb down that ladder with a win. How about that?
I like it, my friend, and I'm so glad that the Bulldogs are coming out now. They are led with Old Glory in their hands here tonight. So coming up here in just a few moments, Sikeston Bulldogs here tonight. They are led by number 63, Dominique Mullen, a senior, and they're going to meet right there at midfield. I had an issue. Now, the good news is the issue that I'm having has nothing to do with on the air, so that is good news. We'll keep doing what you're doing, Tim. I had an issue on my computer, but no big deal. I'm able to, I got that fixed pretty good now. There we go. So, coming up here in just a moment, we're going to have kickoff on the way between Poplar Bluff and the Sikeston Bulldogs. So we want to hear from you tonight. Let us know, most importantly, where you're tuning in from. And later on, we're going to read some comments here tonight. We're going to have a lot going on. We want to hear from you tonight, so make sure and keep those comments coming in. And we're going to do our best to get to a lot of our comments. We're going to have our trivia here after a while as well. Your chance to win some great prizes coming up from Academy Sports and Outdoors. So we'll do that as well as we continue right here on your pregame show presented by First Midwest Bank. And a moment ago, our keys to victory were being brought to you by Air Solutions in Poplar Bluff. All right, so we're going to meet our captains here in just a few moments. We'll get our captains here, and we'll introduce you to those. And then kickoff here tonight is on the way at the top of the hour. Normally at this part of the night, we talk about other games that are going on tonight in the area. Well, you know what? We are the only game going on in the area. So what I want to do is talk about the district standings right now, John. And right now the Mules are at 6th place. However, a lot can still change, and if the Mules can get on the right road tonight with a win, I think we move up, and who knows, we might wind up and be where Fox is right now. They are the 4th spot, and we've got Fox in 7 nights, or make that 8 nights, live in Poplar Bluff. Should be a fun time the next 2 weeks.
Absolutely, Frankie. And I think we can be a very dangerous team by the end of the season. We've got the pieces. Defense is good. Offense has shown some real spark lately. We've shown some really good play at times. We just got to string it all together. The light bulb needs to come on. And once that happens, I think this team can play with anybody.
I think you're absolutely correct, and that's what we're going to be watching out for tonight. We will see if Poplar Bluff, if they are able to get in gear this evening, and hopefully they will be able to get in gear. I think they will be. I think we're going to have a great opportunity to potentially do some damage here tonight. For Poplar Bluff, we will see exactly what we're going to be able to do. There we go. Everything now on the computer is back. I had a glitch on my end. Tim is great. Alan Butchery tuning in. You're very much welcome, my friend. Yes, we did come out today. We were absolutely delighted to come out to earlier today to the I-57 groundbreaking there. Tim did a great job. Thank you so much, Alan, for tuning in. All right, we've got our captains now at midfield. And we're going to see tonight what the Mules want to do. If I'm the Mules, I believe that we're going to go on defense first. That's just my opinion. What do you think, John?
I agree. I think that's the right call to do. Get the ball back quickly and get moving. You know, Frank, you have to say, we've got a good bunch of fans here tonight. I see a lot of maroon across the field. I think we've got maybe not exactly as many Sikeston fans are here, but we've got a really good presence tonight. That'll be good for the kids to see a lot of the good maroon over there in the visitor section.
It really will, and we're excited to bring this game to you coming up here tonight as we get started for Mules football. Alan chiming in a moment ago about the groundbreaking today. It's been a very busy day for us. We've had a lot going on. I'm surprised Tim and I was able to literally get everything done and get here in time. The Mules here tonight. Dane Dugas is out there. He is one of our captains for Poplar Bluff. And the coin is in the air now. Sikeston looking at it. Joseph Heckemeyer down there for the Bulldogs. He's one of the captains also. I guess they're having trouble figuring out if it's heads or tails. I can't.
It's got down in that natural grass.
It's
Frankie.
down in the natural. That's right. Logan Davis is down there for the Mules. There they go. Now they're going to reflip it. And the umpire catches it in the air, and I believe Sikeston has won the toss. And we're going to see what is going to happen. So Mules now going to switch sides. Mules will go from left to right. Mules have won the toss, and we're going to get the ball first. All right, so there you go.
Just
Mules.
like we said, right?
Well, you know what? John, you were wrong again, my friend.
I need to start just guessing the opposite of what I'm thinking.
So Sikeston is going to kick off here tonight first. By the way, Sikeston has a 2-year coach under the helm for the Bulldogs, and that is Treston Pulley, his second season. He's a 4-10 record so far, his tenure with Sikeston. Mules are being coached by David Sievers. He is in his 5th season as the head football coach with a record of 21-24 overall. So the Mules, they will get the ball to begin with. And I kind of like this strategy by Coach Sievers, giving his offense an opportunity to begin the football game, and we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, it shows confidence in the offense, gives them a little boost, and it would be really nice if we could come out strong like we did last week and get the ball down the field and score first possession, get some points on the board, let our defense do what they do, and see if we get a win.
That's right. So kicking off is going to be Connor Wallace for the Sikeston Bulldogs. Back to return deep is none other than Jay Soto. He had a big return last week for a touchdown. It is now time to get going. Tim Hicks on the camera doing a phenomenal job. John Scott alongside. I'm Frankie Castillo. Welcome to high school football. It is week 5. We are live in Sikeston. We are so glad you're tuning in on the radio, 93.3 FM, 9:30 a.m., as well as on Facebook and YouTube. You ready to go, John?
I am ready to go, Frank.
Let's kick it off. Week 5 in Southeast Missouri. It's going to be underway. Here we go, and we are, oh, what a good kick, and nearly disaster for the Mules. It goes about 10 yards, and the Mules able to gather it, and the Mules will have really good field position to begin this current drive. So Poplar Bluff here is going to have the football first.
You think that was by design, Frankie? Or
I
you
think
he
it was.
Just missed it? Torrance Williams was there to get the hand on the ball, or maybe it just bounced off of him. He was quick to get on it, pick up a yard maybe. But, yeah, that could have been disastrous. It was an interesting strategy by Sikeston there, but it didn't work.
Nope, so Mules are going to have it 1st and 10 on the 48-yard line. So that's where the Mules are going to begin their quest. Here we go, and the Mules now quickly going to hand it off. Mules getting some blocking up front. The ball come loose. It's still loose. I think Sikeston may have recovered it, John. We'll see exactly. I'm still waiting.
Twice.
It did. It's going to be Sikeston football. So
Not ideal.
Mikhail McFarland lost it, and then just like that, Sikeston quickly jumping on top of the football.
First down, Bulldogs.
It is first down at Sikeston. Caden Craig, he is the starting quarterback. And that is exactly what the Mules did not want to happen, as the Mules, it's going to be Sikeston ball on the 45-yard line. So Craig is going to get it about 3 yards, and here we go quickly now. Sikeston. Keon Sherrod in on, or I should say, is the first carry through here for the Sikeston Bulldogs. So a quick turnover here by the Mules. Not the way they wanted to start. And it's going to get to the 42-yard line of the Mules. Not much of a gain. 2nd down and 7. Hang in there, folks, on social media. We're going to be okay. Another run play up the middle. This one to about the 39-yard line. Going to bring up a 3rd down. Sherrod again. He is going to get a couple of more yards. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down coming up. 3rd down and 4. This is where the Mules defense has got to step up and make a big stop, John.
Yeah, we just get a stop here. We're back to square one, get the ball back and go on with it, you know. Not ideal start, but we're still here. And we really need to get the stop right here.
Play clock is down to about 17. 3rd down and about 4. You would think it's 4-down territory right now for the Bulldogs. Lining up here, I formation. They are content with running the football. Sherrod again, and he barrels his way through for a 1st down at the 35-yard line. So he's going to gain about 4 yards, and he is going to get everything he needs on that 1st down. 1st down at Sikeston Bulldogs now.
Good second effort. He got hit quick, but he still had enough to get the 1st down.
He really did. I thought he was going to be taken down beforehand, but good second effort there. In Sikeston, they are doing what they do best. They are running the clock down. Play clock is down to about 21. They are in no hurry right now with this offense. They are going to be methodical as much as they can. So far, 3 runs in 10 yards here on this first drive by the Bulldogs. Mules fumbled it on the opening snap. Sherrod, he's got some space. Chris Matlock. Also Rogers in on the tackle. And this one's going to be near 1st down yardage. Got about 9 yards to about the 26-yard line. And that's going to be a 9-yard pickup. So far tonight, he's got 19 yards on 4 carries.
It's interesting how they line up. They just overload one side of the offensive line, and they have an interesting, just kind of a strong power run. Usually it looks like going to the same side, but
they do.
We're going to have to figure out a way to stop that. Otherwise, they'll just keep doing it.
We've got our first trivia question coming up here shortly, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors. We're giving away a gift card here in the first half. So Sherrod, once again, nothing fancy, going to line up right behind the quarterback. That's Caden Craig. And Goods tackles this time by the Mules. That looks like Alcorn there made the stop that time, and he's going to get to, it's going to be a first down. It'll be just inside the 25-yard line, and that one's going to get to about the 23-yard line. That is a 3-yard pickup. So right now it's very simple what they are doing. They are just getting the ball to Keon Sherrod. We are in the first quarter. Clock continues to run now. For Poplar Bluff, it is 9:24 and counting. Ball on the 23-yard line. Sikeston driving. Mules turned it over on the first play of scrimmage. The Mules defense working extra hard right now. Sherrod, good job by Alcorn that time. Also, Ben Conclazier and Chris Matlock taking down the big man, gets it to about the 21.
That was a much better effort that time. They're going to have to really be quick because he's a kid that they'll hit him and he'll get 2 or 3 more yards. They need to pile up on him like they did that time.
John Francis says, come on, defense. Also, Ron Withrow didn't like what he saw. Kimberly Smothers. David Carroll says, well, crud.
Well-spoken.
Well-spoken. Second down and about 8 to go. Under 9 minutes now, 8:49 and counting. Ball on the 21-yard line. Mules right now are trying to do everything they can to keep this Sikeston team from putting it in the end zone. Alcorn right now in this first drive defensively, he is having a big night.
He is.
Another handoff to Sherrod. Yeah. And the first man through to make the tackle was Logan Davis, number 28, wrapped him up. Alcorn is in there as well. Ben Conclazier as well. Looks like Logan Height. Boy, Alcorn, he is really having a night so far. Only a yard gain. Now it gets tough for Sikeston. 3rd down and 7. Mules, they would love to be able to stop him. Sherrod's going to come out this time. Now Joseph Heckemeyer, he is coming in as the running back. So we're going to be expecting Heckemeyer to get the football. He is averaging about 7 yards a carry. He does have 8 touchdowns so far this season.
That's nice to have a guy like that coming in.
Yes, it is. Heckemeyer lining up right beside Craig, and there's your handoff to Heckemeyer. And they're not going to get much. Logan Height in there, but who else is on there? Ben Conclazier, number 38, made a good tackle there. So Heckemeyer is not going to get a whole lot. Good job by the Mules. Maybe the coaching staff was hearing what I was saying. What do you think?
I think that's right, Frankie. They heard you.
I think you're lying to me.
And here we go, 4th down.
They're inside.
A little bit long for them.
It is. They're inside the 20-yard line. They are in the red zone now. They're going to spot him on about the 18. So here we go. Opposing teams are 4 out of 8 on 4th down conversions against the Mules.
We'll make that 4 out of 9 here.
Jerry Moore says, come on, Mules. Brandy Alcorn loves what she sees by number 69 out there. Heckemeyer once again, he is the running back. Big stop here for the Mules. They're going to try to throw this time. And good job by the Mules. Logan Davis, Chris Matlock. That was intended for the Sikeston Bulldogs.
Looked like, was that Spencer Nunn, Frankie? 24?
I think so. No, yeah, it was.
It was 24. Spencer Nunn, great hit.
Yep, it was intended for Connor Wallace, and the Mules doing a good job there. They're going to get the ball back. So Mules have stopped them on 4 downs that time.
That was perfect.
Yes, it was. 6:48 to play here in the first quarter.
He just laid a wallop on that guy. Not too early, didn't get the flag.
Now that deserves some big-time booms on social media. Good job by Poplar Bluff. And now the Mules are going to come away now. And they're going to hand the football off this time. Hang on to that football. Yes, he did that time. Mikhail McFarland is going to get a couple of yards. So Mikhail McFarland, depending on where they spot him down, it looks like he is going to get to about the 24-yard line. So that's about a 6-yard pickup. There is a flag on the play. Didn't see it. There it is right there, 36-yard line. It's going to be against Sikeston. And first down, Poplar Bluff.
Personal foul.
It's a personal foul.
Against Bulldogs.
So it's an unsportsmanlike conduct against the Bulldogs.
15-yard penalty.
It's a 15-yarder added on to the end of the run. So there you go. So 15-yarder. And now the Mules are going to have it all the way on the 39-yard line. First down, Mikael McFarland. He's got some space. He's got a man. He is inside at Sikeston territory down to the 45-yard line. Good run by the Mules, and that's a gain of 16 yards. Another Mules first down. Kathleen Patillo is tuning in tonight. Glad to have her alongside. I believe Coach Patillo is right beside us, John.
Yes, he is. Over here doing his thing.
He's doing his thing. Probably a little bit cold. No, it ain't that bad.
Little breeze.
Are you still texting, John? We're playing football here,
Frankie,
buddy.
I'm handling all kinds of things up here. Multitasking.
Mikael McFarland this time. He's going to be wrapped up. Good stop by the Sikeston Bulldogs. They're going to give him a generous spot here. They're going to give him a yard of forward progress. I will take that. I didn't think he got a yard of forward progress, but you know what? We'll take it.
I think he got 2 yards.
You think he got 2 yards? Lee Wallace is tuning in tonight. Glad to have you alongside, Lee. Make sure and share this video for us. We've got our first trivia question coming up. Charles Redd, he is tuning in from Dallas, Texas.
Charles Redd, there's a good guy. Been a long time. Hey, Charles.
How is the weather down there in Texas, my friend? 70 degrees up here. Mason West, he'll take it himself. He's going to get to about the 42-yard line. It's going to bring up about a third down and about 7. So a gain to about the 40, they're going to say 41-yard line, so we'll give him another yard on that play. 3-yard gain, third down, and about 6. Mules are really not taking a lot of time. Mules here have not had a third down play so far in this ball game, but the Mules are averaging 28% on third down conversions. That number's got to be a lot higher here tonight.
Not a real exciting game yet, Frankie. Grinding it out.
I'm as excited 0-0 now. Mason West throwing it. Incomplete pass intended for Chris Matlock.
A little behind the receiver that time.
And that's going to bring up a fourth down conversion here for Poplar Bluff. So interesting stats here on Poplar Bluff here when it comes to fourth down conversions for the Mules. Poplar Bluff is just 2 out of 12 all season long. This will be a fourth down and 6.
This will be 3 out of 12. I feel it coming, Frankie.
All right. I'm going to hold you to that. Stacy Rommel says, let's go Mules, as Mason West bringing his troops back and going to see if they can get a first down here. They're going to go for it, obviously. It is 4-down territory. The Mules defense stepping up big a moment ago. Let's see if they can do it again here tonight. 4th down and 6. Mason West over the middle. Nice. Jaredon Young. Oh, what a good block by Chase Soto.
He's in.
He's not quite in. He's inside the 10-yard line. It will be a first down, but that play does not happen unless Chase Soto gets out and blocks like he just did. And that is a Mules first down inside the red zone for the first time here tonight.
Well, offensive line was excellent on that play. The quarterback had enough time to sit back calmly. He wasn't rushed at all. The play developed, and Jaredon made a great catch and a great run after the catch. We like to see that, open things up and get some points right here.
That's a 35-yard pickup on the 6-yard line. Mules have it 1st and goal. Let's punch it in here, boys. What do you say? Mules looking for their 3rd offensive touchdown, and he got it. McFarland, touchdown, Mules.
There we go, Frankie.
Absolutely love it. Mules now lead 6-0. And now the extra point coming up here for Poplar Bluff. Walter Jackson tuning in. Mules and now lead at 6-0. Hunter Clifford is going to be the extra point attempt. The holder is Jay Edmondson. Mules for the extra point coming up They lead at 6-0. Here's the ball. It's on the way. It just goes through. And the Mules now lead this football game by a score of 7-0. You're listening to Mules football on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Protecting your toys are just as important as protecting your daily driver. First Choice Insurance can help find the coverage for your ATVs, boats, and campers that will give you peace of mind and not break your bank. So don't forget to allow First Choice Insurance to review your insurance needs today.
So the Mules, they go the length of the football field, and they get their first score of tonight. It is their third offensive touchdown of the season. And for Poplar Bluff, that is exactly what the Mules needed, capped off with a 6-yard run by Mikhail McFarland.
That was our first lead, isn't it, Frankie, since it was 2-0?
2-0 was the last time that. What team did we play?
Oh, Lord, that was the Jonesboro team, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Valley View.
Right.
So Mules getting their first lead. They lead by 7 points. What a great job by McFarland. He's got 4 carries, 23 yards, and the touchdown. So this one is going to be high in the air. It's going to be dropped at the 15-yard line by Caden Craig. Mules are going to be all over him. First man through was Rogers.
Logan Hyde in on that nicely as well.
Yes, he was. Actually, the catch, that was Isaiah Patterson that made that catch, by the way, for the Bulldogs. So the Mules doing what they are supposed to do on the kickoff there. Did a great job as Sikeston kind of misplayed it just a little bit at the 15-yard line. It was a 45-yard kickoff. And Patterson now. And the Bulldogs are going to come back to the 25-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Sikeston Bulldogs. They trail by 7, under 4 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Oh, little miscommunication there, and Sherrod and Caden Craig kind of bounced off of each other, and that's going to be a loss of about 4 yards.
Old zig when they should have zagged on that one.
Yes, they should have. So a 4-yard loss, bringing up 2nd down and 14 to go. McFarland with a touchdown here tonight. Mules lead at 7-0.
We need to capitalize on this 2nd and long. We need to hold them right here. Get a 3 and out, get the ball back, punch it in again.
Absolutely. I'm all about that.
Then we get a good enough lead. They'll slow down a little bit. I think Sikeston will. They won't play quite as hard, and then we'll be in real good shape.
So officials timeout here tonight. All of our timeouts are being brought to you by Larry Hillis Dodge and Sikeston Bulldogs, it appears. They have taken a timeout. We will keep it right here as the Bulldogs now with just 2 timeouts remaining here in the first half. And let's do some trivia real quick. What do you say? It is our first half question tonight. Now check this out. According to Poplar Bluff records, tonight marks the 100th meeting between the 2 conference rivals. In what year was the first game played? Was it 1899? Was it 1904, 1907, or 1911? What do you think the answer could be? Hit us up on Facebook. Give us your answer. The winner tonight, a $25 gift card courtesy of Academy Sports and Outdoors. Make sure and share the video. We will pick a winner toward halftime, or during halftime, rather. Sherrod, good job by Connor Stevens. Alcorn in there. Kason King. Boy, they are not letting him get a whole lot. Back to the original line of scrimmage, to the 25-yard line, and that's about it.
That's a good. The only real way to stop that, guys, is use about five defenders, and that's what we're doing. We're swarming him, and that's excellent.
Yes, it is. So make sure and keep your comments coming in on the answers. Any predictions on the question there, or I should say, any answers for you?
A lot of numbers, Frankie. I knew it had to at least be. I I guess it would theoretically have to be at least 100 years ago, but
not
I don't
so
know if
much.
they ever played twice in one season. I guess there's a possibility.
They did for several years, actually,
there's
believe
a
it or
possibility
not.
of that, but I don't know the answer to
man,
that
I
one.
gave you a hint. I shouldn't have said that. It kind of gives a small hint there. 3rd down and 10 for the Sikeston Bulldogs. They've got Keon Sherrod in the backfield. They're going to throw this time. Boy, the Mules are ready for it, too. They're not going to let anybody get through. The pass was good to Dontrez Williams, but he is not going to get much on the play. And they're going to mark him down very short, back to the 27, as a matter of fact. 4th and 8, so only a 2-yard pickup that time, and that might mean that we're going to see Bo Riddle coming out to punt for Sikeston. He is averaging about 31 yards per kick. Back to return for the Mules is going to be number 1, Chris Matlock. He is standing at his own 40-yard line. Someone's got a Harley somewhere. I hear it behind us. Mules going to bring the house with them. Bo Riddle just gets it off. Good kick, high kick, and Matlock is going to catch it right near the 50-yard line. So the Mules will have great field position. Mules football presented by First Midwest Bank. Also Kevin's Auto Repair, PD Realty, Legacy Farm and Land Specialist, Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, Russians Towing, and our friends with Air Solutions in Poplar Bluff. Mules will have it 1st and 10 on the 50-yard line, a 23-yard kick. And now the Mules are going to have it with 1:56 left to play here in the first quarter. Mules do have all 3 timeouts here in the half so far. Hey, Ron Withrow, thanks for letting me know. Cards win a big game today, 5-4. There's a handoff. Oh, it's going to be a fake handoff.
Oh, Lord.
It's going to be a pass instead to Matlock. Matlock is down the sidelines, and he will score. Touchdown, Mules. 50-yard touchdown pass by Mason West.
That was so well executed, Frankie. I didn't know where the ball was. I was watching the fake.
Oh, my goodness, what a pass. That one goes to Chris Matlock. That's the second or the first passing touchdown. 1:45 to go in the third quarter. And for the Mules, Hunter Clifford now. Let's get those booms going on social media. Boy, what a great pass by Mason West. He faked everybody out, including yours truly.
He faked me out now.
That was a good pass. Chris Matlock takes it 50 yards. Kick is up, and the Mules now lead by 2 touchdowns. We'll go to a 30-second timeout. We'll come right back. Don't go anywhere. Mules lead 14-0 on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Kevin's Auto and Tire is a family-owned one-stop shop for fast, friendly, and affordable automotive services with the latest tools and technology as well as their time-tested automotive knowledge. They're guaranteed to get your vehicle fixed without breaking the bank.
Do you feel that rush of adrenaline? That's the feeling of over 100 years of Poplar Bluff football excellence. Let's make some history.
Touchdown! All right, the Mules now one play, 50 yards. And the Mules now lead at 14-0 with 1:45 to go here in the first quarter of play. Boy, the Mules had everybody faked out on that one. Make sure and share this video feed for us here tonight. It is a rare Thursday game. Big audience here on Facebook, on social media. So glad to have you alongside. Our boy Hunter Clifford kicking it off. This one's going to be a touchback. Boy, the Mules right now, they are firing on all cylinders, and that's what you want to see.
Oh, yeah, they're pumped up. They finally got a lead on the team. They've had some success offensively. You can just see the confidence and the excitement build, and I really think they can build off of this the rest of the game and hopefully the rest of the season. Can't let off the gas.
That's right.
Need to get another touchdown right here.
What's really cool is I've been able to show that touchdown symbol on our scoreboard tonight twice in the first quarter. I like it.
You're going to wear out that scoreboard, Frankie. Tonight's
but it's a nice scoreboard, am I right?
It is indeed. Does that thing go to 100?
I hope let's find out tonight. What do you say? All right, so Keon Sherrod, he had a great first drive, quiet in the last drive. 1st and 10 Sikeston on the 20-yard line, and the Mules are not letting him through, and he's going to lose a couple of yards that time. That's just good defense there by Poplar Bluff.
Yeah, they've really gotten quicker off the ball to get those stops on the run. Adjusted nicely.
He's going to lose 2 yards on the play. Second down and about 12 to go. Everybody loves what they're seeing right now on social media. Love it, love it, love it. Make sure and answer that trivia question that's on there right now. I want to know, when was the first year that these two schools played? Let us know your answer for a chance to win a gift card courtesy of Academy Sports and Outdoors. I'll read you the question coming up in just a moment. All right, Caden Craig, shotgun formation. He is back to pass, and he's going to be sacked, and the Mules, I believe, recovered it. Poplar Bluff football, and that is number, is that 67, Nathan Bunton?
Big Nate.
Big Nate.
There we go. Now here it is, Frankie. Let's just score on this play.
So we're going to do the fumble that time, and that's great by Poplar Bluff. Man, what a great job by the Mules. Nathan Bunton that time. He is getting it, and the Mules are going to have it 1st and 10 inside the red zone. They're going to have it now inside the 15 to about the 12-yard line. So Poplar Bluff is going to have it quickly now. And it'll be with 50 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Mules are going to try to score 3 touchdowns here in the opening quarter. Mikhail McFarland, he's going to go up the middle. He's inside the 10-yard line to about the 7. Good run by Mikhail McFarland. And he is going to get down about 5 yards that time. And that'll bring up second down and about 5 to go. Clock is running now down to 29 seconds. Mules, they've got to run, well, 1 clock. There we go. Clock is all wrong as far as the play clock goes. They don't have to run a play, but they're going to anyway. Coming in at this game, the Mules had only had 2 touchdowns. They've got 2 here in the first quarter, and it's going to bring up third down. Not much of a gain. This should end the first quarter. It will. We're going to step away for 60 seconds. Mules have a 14-0 lead, but they are threatening inside the red zone. Mules lead 14-0. You're listening to Mules football on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Patriot Auto Glass offers chip repair or glass replacement. They provide fast quality service done by experienced technicians. Ask about our veteran and first responder discounts. Call Patriot Auto Glass today at 573-840-5027. And remember, Patriot Auto Glass will come to you. Patriot Auto Glass offers chip repair or glass replacement. They provide fast quality service done by experienced technicians. Ask about our veteran and first responder discounts. Call Patriot Auto Glass today at 573-840-5027. And remember, Patriot Auto Glass will come to you.
All right, so a big third down coming up as the Mules right now lead at 14-0. Mules are going to have it third down and about 4 on the 6-yard line. So big third down coming up here for Poplar Bluff. Mules lead at 14-0, and you got to believe it's 4-down territory right here. McFarland, he is going to line up right beside Mason West. He's already got a touchdown run tonight, but Mason West, he is going to throw to the outside. Touchdown, Mules. Romeo Wantor, baby. 7-yard touchdown catch.
You know, Frankie, there was a great announcer for the Tennessee Volunteers named John Ward. He's now, I believe, deceased and retired and then deceased. But when they would score, he would say, "Give him 6." And it was really neat how he did that. And he'd let the crowd cheer for a few seconds. All you could hear is the roar of the stadium, 100,000 people. and he would say give him 6. So I'll say give Romeo 6 on that one.
That's right. Hunter Clifford now for the extra point attempt. It is up. You betcha, baby. Mules now lead it 21-0. And we're going to come right back. Don't go anywhere. Mules lead by 3 touchdowns on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Southeast Signs and Graphics of Poplar Bluff can handle all of your printing needs, from t-shirts, wall displays, banners, and so much more. Call their team at 573-772-5566 or get to southeastsignsandgraphics.com. Scott Law Firm is experienced in estate planning and the preparation of documents like wills and trusts. Let the Scott Law Firm help you protect your family and pass along your estate according to your terms. Call Scott Law Firm today at 785-4688.
So here we go, the Mules, after a nice touchdown pass by Mason West to Romeo Walter. He's got another touchdown pass here tonight. Poplar Bluff now leads it 21-0. Mason West, he is 3 out of 4, 92 yards here in the first half, 2 touchdowns and no interceptions. Miguel McFarland, 7 carries, 34 yards and a touchdown. Hunter Clifford already a touchback here tonight. This one not quite going to get to the end zone. It'll be taken near the 13-yard line. Patterson is going to go backwards, and Dugas making a big tackle there. Dane Dugas inside the 20-yard line. Great job by special teams yet again for the Mules.
Yeah, Dane, tall kid, long arms. He got those arms out. Guy had nowhere to go except backwards, which we'll take.
On their own 18-yard line, first down, Bulldogs.
So didn't get much. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs on their own 18-yard line. You got to like that.
Yeah, I feel like the Mules are sort of taking out their frustrations on the season on Sikeston, but hey, we'll do it. Keep it rolling.
So now Caden Craig back in. They're going to hand it to Sherrod, and look at that. Logan Height coming in the ball game. He had 58 tackles through 4 weeks. That's impressive.
Oh, absolutely it is. There's a kid that's always got just a knack for being in the right place at the right time and not afraid to throw his body into the mix.
And he's got a good attitude as well
Absolutely.
To go along with it. Mules have, or I should say Sikeston now on the 21-yard line. 2nd down and about 7 to go. Boy, I tell you what, people on social media, they love what they're seeing right now. Mules on the right track as of this moment. Caden Craig, 2nd down and 7. They give it to the big fella. Connor Stevens drags him to the 25-yard line. Nathan Button in there for the tackle as well. Who else was down there? Connor Stevens.
A little hard to grind it out when you're down 3 scores, but they can run as much clock as they want at this point.
It's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 3 to go here tonight. Sikeston 1 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. Mules, by the way, just 1 of 2 in the Mules lead, 21-0.
They've been very efficient, the Mules have. Nice turnover score on that nice trick. I won't call it a trick play, but a nice fake with that pass. They've been good on the
I thought he stepped over the line of scrimmage at first. I thought to myself, ooh, maybe just a little bit over, but you know what? We'll take it anyway. Coming up at halftime, we'll talk to Coach John David Patillo. There is, what a stop by Logan Height. He puts his helmet down. It's going to be near the 1st down marker. And I think he's going to be he's got a 1st down. I think he's got just enough for a 1st down. But good stop by Logan Height. What a job he did. He got 3 yards that he needed for the 1st down. They're going to mark him on the 28-yard line. It's kind of hard to see where they spot the football on this natural grass. They're going to say 29-yard line, so they're going to give them 4 yards on the play. 1st down and 10 for the Sikeston Bulldogs. Sikeston now up to the front, down 21-0. Sherrod again. He gets a little bit of a hole there. Stevens grabs on. So does Logan Height. And they're going to mark him down at around the 34-yard line. That's a gain of 5 yards by Sherrod.
Well, that kid's tough. I wonder what he can squat. I mean, he's pushing about 5 guys down the field. It's all they can do to get him stopped.
I bet you I bet you that he can squat more than I can. I guarantee it. I can run faster than he can, maybe.
I would take that bet, Frank.
Well, maybe I can't run faster, but
you could probably run longer, maybe.
I can run longer, but not faster.
Maybe.
He's a pretty quick kid. Pretty strong, too. All right, 2nd down and 5 here from the 34-yard line. Mules lead at 21-0 with 9:21 to play here in the first half, and we're going to get a whistle here. And was it a timeout? Poplar Bluff?
Mules, yep.
Timeout Mules presented by Larry Hillis Dodge. We'll stay here right now, and let's once again talk about our trivia question tonight as the Mules take a timeout with 9:22 to go in the first half. According to Poplar Bluff records, tonight marks the 100th meeting between the two conference rivals. In what year was the very first game played? Was it 1899, 1904, 1907, or 1911? Give us your answer right now on social media. Make sure and share the video. The winner is going to receive a $25 gift card courtesy of Academy Sports and Outdoors. Now, coming up in the second half, I might add, we're going to give away this awesome Magellan cooler. That's impressive. Big item coming up second half. And right now, the Mules doing a great job. They lead by 21 points. Let's get you to some of the first half stats here coming up. Real quick, let's talk about all the yards the Mules have been able to gain. So far, the Mules have only they've not ran nearly as many plays as Sikeston has ran, but they have done a great job as far as moving the football. Poplar Bluff, they ran 12 plays, 129 yards. They are averaging nearly 11 yards a play. Meanwhile, Sikeston, 18 plays, 43 yards, averaging just about 2.5 yards per play. So now the Mules coming up now. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 5. Caden Craig, he's going to go deep. And he's got a man there. It is Heckemeyer. Mules caught napping a little bit. Heckemeyer inside the 30, or make that 25-yard line to about the 24.
Yeah, the defender got turned around, didn't see the ball coming. That's one of those things. They just keep running the ball, and then they're on a pass play. But I felt like that pass could have been picked, but our defender just had his back to the ball and didn't see it.
That's a 42-yard pickup by the Sikeston Bulldogs. They're going to mark him down at the 23 instead. So the 23-yard line. So that's going to be a 43-yard gain for the Bulldogs. And now Sherrod, good job by Kason King. Boy, what a good baseball player he is. He puts his shoulder down and takes down Keon Sherrod right at the 25-yard line, a loss of 2.
Oh, yeah, brick wall deal there. That's two big forces colliding, and on that one, Kason King got the better of him.
Yes, it is. So now the Mules, 2nd down and 12. Good job by the Mules defense that time. Good audience here on social media. Share the post for us if you're tuning in tonight. We want to get a lot of shares, being that it's a rare Thursday night game. Mules football proudly presented by First Choice Insurance, Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center, Patriot Auto Glass, Christian Automotive and Tire, and Eye Care Specialist. 2nd down and 12 for the Bulldogs, and they're going to throw it again. And look at the first man through. I'll take a sack instead. Who was the first man through there for the Mules? You betcha. Poplar Bluff on a big sack that time. That's Clayton Stark.
Yeah, he was back in the backfield quickly.
Yes, he was, and that's going to move the Sikeston Bulldogs all the way back to about the 32-yard line. And that's a loss. 3rd and 19 for the Sikeston Bulldogs.
Both of our defense and offensive lines have played very well tonight.
Yes, they have.
Putting pressure on the quarterback defensively, offensively, been getting off the ball, knocking some holes. So, yeah, big guys are taking out their frustrations tonight.
Sikeston 2 out of 4 on 3rd down conversions. Let's make it 2 out of 5. What do you say? Now we're going to get a whistle here.
Timeout, Bulldogs.
Maybe. Yep, it's going to be a timeout here called by the Sikeston Bulldogs. They're going to have a 1 timeout remaining. We'll step away for 30 seconds. Mules lead at 21-0 on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network. So the Bulldogs trail by 3 touchdowns. It is 21-0 right now. Poplar Bluff doing a phenomenal job of defensively and offensively here tonight. Mules right now lead this game at 21-0. And looking at some of the individual stats here tonight, Mason West, 3 out of 4 tonight, John. 92 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Mikhail McFarland, 7 carries, 34 yards. Through the air, though, Matlock, 1 catch for 50 yards. Jaredon Young, 1 catch, 35 yards. Romeo Wantor, 1 catch, 7 yards. By the way, Matlock and Wantor all with receiving touchdowns here tonight. 3rd down and 19. They're going to pass. This one's going to be incomplete. Good job. And Ben Calclaser out there pumps his fist up. That one was intended for the wide receiver, Dontrez Williams. It is incomplete, and it's going to bring up 4th down and a very long 19. At this stage, do you go for it here, or do you send in your punting team?
Well, I think they should. I think I'd go for it.
I think they're going to go for it.
What do you got to lose?
Well, Caden Craig is going back in, so you can bet the Mules now, the secondary backing up a little bit, giving Sikeston a little bit of space, trying to keep them from getting inside the 15-yard line. They got to go to the 14 to get a 1st down. So Heckemeyer back in as a running back, but I guarantee it, he's going to try to block, and he is. They're going to go downfield, and there's a lot of contact, and they're going to say he caught it.
That's offensive pass interference.
Dontrez Williams is going to get the credit, and he's going to have a 1st down inside the 10. All the way down to about the 6-yard line.
I thought
what
that was
a catch.
Offensive pass interference.
What a catch by Dontrez Williams.
Granted, it was all the way on the other side of the field. It's a bad angle, but.
That is 26 yards. There is a flag down.
Yeah,
there is a flag.
I think it's offensive pass interference.
Here is the pass interference. It's going to be against Sikeston.
Yeah.
Good call.
Yeah, it was. He just threw our guy off. I mean, what are you going to do? It's 4th and forever, so you might as well get the home call there. But that was one of those Kenny Hostler calls. Correct. I saw Kenny come in earlier tonight. I think he's here watching the game. That last play, that was Calclaser. He caused that kid to drop the ball. He was coming hard fast.
And that's going to drop him 10 yards. And now you might see the punting formation come in. So a pass interference, offensive pass interference came in. And now we'll see Sikeston. Yep, that's going to change everything.
They'll punt it now.
They're going to have to punt it now. It's going to bring up 4th down in about 30. 6:56. It's pass interference, 4th down and 29. That's about 4th down in Dexter, I believe.
Bernie maybe.
Maybe that's, not even Dexter.
That's we like to see that. It's been nice for our opponent to have one of those 4th and 29.
So Bo Riddle going to come in, back to return for the Mules is Chris Matlock, and he is standing at his own 10-yard line. He may back up just a little bit. Bo Riddle can punt. He's averaging nearly 32 yards a punt. Hard snap count, very low snap.
Oh, almost blocked.
Boy, he got a good kickoff in this one. Sikeston is going to make sure they down it inside the 5. Good special teams play by the Bulldogs. Mules are going to have it 1st and 10 inside the 5-yard line. Great job by Marcus Sanders Jr. as he is able to get down there. And it's going to be inside the 5, inside to the 4-yard line, a 38-yard punt. And the Mules will now have it 1st and 10. They are up by 3 scores at 6:48 to play here in the first half. Mules now with the football. They've got 2 timeouts. Sikeston, they've got 1.
Casey King was very close to blocking that. The snap was low and bounced. Punter did an excellent job of getting it off, but Kaysen was really close.
Mules got to be very careful here. They're lining up near their own end zone here. They're going to have to go 94 yards for a touchdown. They have moved the ball quite well. The ball comes loose, though. Mason West, are they going to say safety?
Forward progress.
No, they're going to say he's going to get down at the 1 yard line. Bad snap all the way around.
Heads up play by Mason to get out of the end zone on that one. It was very close, but.
So now 2nd down and 13 to go from the 1 yard line. David Carroll said he was surprised that flag did not come out immediately a moment ago. I didn't see the flag. It was very late thrown, and it was thrown on the opposite side of the football field.
I saw it, Frankie.
You didn't see it. You didn't.
I didn't even
see
have
it.
binoculars. Frankie's got binoculars up here.
I've got binoculars. I've got 2 laptops going, an iPad. Tim's got all kinds of mechanical equipment, and I've got my good old binoculars.
I had my bifocals just at the right angle.
2nd down coming up here. They're going to hand it off, and this one is going to be a safety. Mikael McFarland is going to be tackled, and now it's 21-2. Sikeston, they are going to score.
Well, it's tough when you're down on the half-yard line and you're in a shotgun trying to hand it off. But, you're just pinned back, and, they can have 2 points for every 21 of ours. We'll do that.
So the shutout is no more. It's 21-2 now. Sikeston, they trail with 6:06 to play here in the first half. So 2 safeties this season, that's more than that. It's 3 safeties this year.
Maybe a record.
2 against Poplar Bluff and 1 for the Mules.
Old Tom Hoover would know that.
Yes, he would.
The records for safeties in a high school game in Missouri, not to mention Mules.
Mules football presented by Larry Hillis Dodge, Briggs & Stratton, the Scott Law Group, LLC, Taco John's. Also being brought to you by First Midwest Bank, Kevin's Auto Repair, PB Realty, and Legacy Farm and Land Specialist. So now the Mules are going to have to kick off. There's our trivia question for those tuning in on social media. Keep those comments, or I should say, keep the comments coming, and we will make sure to pick a winner coming up very soon. And we'll let you know exactly who the winner is going to be of this trivia here tonight. So now the Mules are going to have to kick off very deep in their own territory. Sikeston's going to have a little bit of an advantage here. Still down at 21-2. So now here's the kick by Wilson. It'll be taken at the 30-yard line. Oh, what a good job by the Mules that time.
Dane Dugas.
Dane Dugas. Yes, it was.
He got down quick on that guy and got him open field, single tackle. Like to see that.
Yes, sir. Good job by Dane Dugas. Didn't get much on the return either.
Dane's mother, good class of 90.
Good class of 90.
Person.
So now the Bulldogs will have it 1st and 10 on the 40-yard line. You know what next week is, don't you, John?
I'm ready. Tell me.
Dylan Bratcher tuning in. You betcha. Big student section here tonight for Poplar Bluff. There they are over there. Tim, if you get the opportunity, we'll zoom in on them here in a little bit. So now quarterback, he's hit as he throws it, and he's going to connect, but what a hit by the Mules. Good sportsmanship. Yes, sir. Spencer Nunn doing a great job.
Oh, they had the quarterback corralled back there. He's about a second from getting smashed.
So
nice
Marcus Sanders Jr. on the catch. There is a flag down, though, so hang on just a moment.
Holding.
Referee looking over here. It's going to be against the Mules.
There we go. That's weak.
So it's going to.
Can I say that? Did I say that out loud, Frankie?
It's going to be a personal foul against the Mules. It was a good completion, 24 yards to the 36. But now we're going to add on the penalty as well.
Yeah, we're going to have to buckle down and focus a little bit here. We don't need to let them back in it.
It's against Poplar Bluff, and that's going to be a personal foul, 15 yards.
Need a turnover here, Frankie. What do you think?
I would like to see that too. Now it's going to be all the way down to the 22-yard line. Don Parker Hicks says, great Mule section, you betcha. We'll get them on camera here tonight. Didn't realize they brought so many, but they did, as so much going on up here, you kind of lose track of the crowd a little bit. But Mule section fired up here tonight, no doubt. So now a man in motion. That's Sanders, going to be a quarterback keeper this time. And he's not going to get much. He is backed up, and there's a lot of Mules all over him. That's Ben Conklaser out there. Nathan Bunton as well. There's Alcorn, Logan Davis, Connor Stevens, you name it, we're out there.
Piled up on that one.
They sure were. They read that play very, very well. And that's going to be second down and about 10. Ron Withrow says, don't let up, boys. Make sure and share this video feed for us on a rare Thursday night. We're approaching halftime, and it's not even 8 o'clock yet. Beautiful fall night. Fall is here. Sherrod, he went the wrong direction, but he gets the handoff and still going to get some yardage. Good job by Poplar Bluff making the tackle. That's none. He is inside the 20-yard line. He's actually down to about the 16-yard line, so a very good spot that time for Sherrod. It's going to be about a 5-yard pickup. Third down and a long 5. David Carroll says, be the brick wall. Poplar Bluff defense on their toes again. They lead at 21-12. There's a handoff to Sherrod. He's got some blocking out in front.
Good.
Mules are going to wrap him up. None again. Chris Matlock, he took out a coach in good sportsmanship there.
Yeah, Sherrod twisted his knee. That's unfortunate.
Sherrod is down too. Boy,
I hate to see
I
that.
did too. I seen that one as soon as he went down.
He got off the field. He got over by the track, and I think he stepped right on the edge of the track and twisted that knee. And boy, I hate to see that. Because
there's a hump there if you get on the track, and boy, you hate to see that.
He hit it just wrong, and he twisted that knee, and I sure hate it for that kid. Hopefully he just hyperextended a little bit maybe and scared him, but man, he looks like he's in pain.
He is. While we've got a moment here, we'll keep the camera on the football field as all the Sikeston players, now the Mules team has taken a knee as well. That's a big loss. He's out of field of play, so they're going to continue on, and they're going to say the ball is down to the 15-yard line. So it's going to bring up a fourth down and about 4 to go. And your heart just sinks for that young man. He has been phenomenal tonight for Sikeston. He's up on his feet.
Might be all right.
But he's having to be helped up. He can't really stand on it.
He got to the track, I think, and he slid or twisted or hyperextended or something.
Sikeston right now, they can't even run the football play. They're looking over there at their running back, and he's limping. Going to be the right knee. We'll keep an eye on that for you. But, man, this kid, he's a nice kid, too. You hate to see that from anybody. All right, fourth down. Mules now loading up the box. They're going to hand it off to Heckemeyer, and he's not going to get it. Ben Conklaser was in there. Jay Soto made the tackle. And that'll be a first down, Poplar Bluff. Mules are going to have it now. So Heckemeyer unable to get much. And Poplar Bluff, they turn him over on downs. The big story, though, is Keon Sherrod. And he is right in front of us here. He's trying to walk it off. That's some good news, John.
Yeah, he's walking pretty good, walking by himself, twisting it. I think it may have been one of those deals where it just scared him more than anything.
I hope that is the case. Yeah, absolutely. I would love for that to be the case and not the other way around. So Mules are going to have it now, 1st and 10. So Mules will have it now. Mason West, he's back to throw this time. He gets it out to Rogers, and Rogers is going to get near the 20. He'll be taken down at about the 18-yard line. So a gain of 3 yards. Finding a different receiver this time. Peyton Rogers picks up 3 yards.
2nd and 7, Mules.
Second down and about 7 to go. So now 2nd down and 7. There's a handoff. This one to Mikael McFarland. He'll get out across the 20 or right at the 20-yard line. And that's a gain of about 2 yards. So it's going to bring up a quick 3rd down and about 5 to go.
That was a good run by McHale. He a good second effort to pick up a couple of yards, spun on the ball. He's a finesse runner, and he was able to finesse himself out of that first hit.
Yes,
pick
he
up
was.
a couple yards.
(21-2) is the score. We're having an issue with our scoreboard here. I'll change the possession in just a moment as soon as we get that fixed. It is Bluff football. This one, the ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage and not the way they wanted this drive to go, as West could not get that ball completed quickly. 4th down and 5.
Corner blitz on that one, and he didn't have time. He was fortunate to get the pass off even. He didn't have any time. The defender was right in his face, about 2 seconds. Or 1
Absolutely.
second.
So for the Mules, it's going to bring up 4th down.
Now we'll see Jaredon's foot, see what he can do tonight. Into the wind a little bit.
Oh, we get some movement up front.
We got a late substitution.
Yep, it's going to be against Poplar Bluff here.
We call timeout.
I think we called a timeout first.
We had a little sub problem there.
We had something going on, so we'll step away for 30 seconds. Our timeouts are presented by Larry Hillis Dodge. Mules lead at 21-2 on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers is a 3rd-generation family-owned jewelry and repair store who have served the Poplar Bluff community for over 60 years.
Our family has always worked hard to provide the finest jewelry creations and service imaginable.
So timeout called by the Poplar Bluff Mules, and they're going to have 1 left with only about 2 minutes and 11 seconds left to go here in the first half. Mules right now, they lead at 21-2. So Mules now, Jaredon Young is going to punt the football, his first punt, and there's a lot of movement up front. No flags thrown. Jaredon Young, it's a line drive. Pretty good kick in the very end, and it's going to be all the way back. Oh, boy.
Yeah, you can't look at it. You can't. That's a trick. There's a video of that where they act like it's a fair catch or whatever. They just saw standing, the guy takes off with it. That was a little bit like he was trying to do there. He had not but touched it all, picked up the ball. That's fair.
So
That's
Mules,
absolutely a live ball.
Yes, it is. So
It's
Mules,
Coach Brown saying live ball.
Right.
No kidding.
Yes,
it was a live ball.
So Mules, or I should say the Sikeston Bulldogs, are going to have it on their own 48-yard line, a 32-yard kick. And Mules now back out on defense with 2:02 to play. Poplar Bluff leads at this game at 21-2. So Sikeston now with the ball. They're going to pass it. This one is almost picked off. Good job by the Bulldogs. They're inside Mules territory. And that's going to be Connor Wallace, number 11. It is a first down for the Bulldogs at the 46-yard line of the Mules. So now the Mules quickly now, or I should say the Bulldogs are going to hand it off to Heckemeyer. Heckemeyer's going to drag the pile down inside the 40 to about the 39-yard line.
Gain of 8 on the play. Check that.
That's a gain.
3 from Bulldogs.
Second down and 3 to go. There we go. Now we got it cooking. This one is a pass outside. Good job by the Mules defense. Connor Wallace again on the pass. It's another first down for the Bulldogs to the 34-yard line. So Sikeston right now moving the football pretty well.
Ben, and we got to tighten up just a little bit here. A minute left. Let them have a little bit, but then tighten up. Timeout, Mules.
Is it a timeout, Poplar Bluff? It is a timeout, Poplar Bluff. So this one, once again, we will step away. The Mules using their final timeout here of the first half. And we'll take a 30-second timeout and come right back. Mules lead 21-2 on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network. And we are back here live as we are getting ready for halftime. 53 seconds is all that remains here in the first half. Mules using their final timeout of the first half. By the way, Sikeston will get the ball back to begin the third quarter. So you know Sikeston, they are going to want to try to punch this in. Sikeston with one timeout left here in the first half. Mules, no timeouts remaining. It is inside the 35-yard line. It is a first down for the Bulldogs on the 34. Quick pass play outside to Heckemeyer. Good job by Logan Height. Logan Height making that solo tackle by himself. And where are they going to spot him down? Are they going to say he got out at the 30? Yes, they are. So Heckemeyer, a couple of yards to the 30. And that's going to bring up second down. Second down and about 6. They're going to mark him back. They're going to say he actually went out at the 33-yard line. So scratch that. That's even better for the Mules. Good job by the Mules. They're going to. Oh, what a good. The ball comes loose.
Fumble, we got it.
And I believe the Mules got it. Logan Davis out there, number 28. He takes the fumble. And that is a turnover on Sikeston.
Well, it's great defense right there. Connor Stevens right in the middle of it, scrambled the quarterback out. And, yeah, that was excellent defense.
Covered by the Mules.
So Poplar Bluff now. Recovered by Logan Davis. And now the Mules will have it first and 10 on the 38-yard line. So now the Mules have no timeouts left. And with about 44 seconds left, do you try to run anything or do you just go ahead and take a knee and get into halftime with a 21-2 lead?
44 seconds. I don't know. I think I don't want to make a mistake here. I would probably let it ride out, run a couple of plays, and just get into halftime.
All right, well, let's see what happens here. Mason West, he is going to throw over the middle, and that's Jay Soto gets out of bounds. And that's going to be near the 44-yard line. So Soto with a couple of yards here.
Pass complete to number 30. Tackle by number 11.
So that's going to be a pickup of about 6 yards here. Clock is stopped. 38.3 seconds left to go. Janice Devine says, way to go, Logan. So does Diane Taylor. Glad to have them alongside tonight. Beautiful night in Sikeston, Missouri. Mason West back to pass. He's got all day. Just overthrows his receiver, Soto. Clean pocket for the Mules that time. The Mules offensive line so much better tonight than we have been in recent games.
Yeah, quarterback's having some time to work, and Mason's really come a long way this season. We saw that last week. He's gotten better every week, and tonight he's really commanding the offense. He's playing well, no real mistakes. And that time he overthrew the receiver, but that was probably not a bad idea at that point.
5 for 8, 101 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions by West. They are 1 of 3 on third down conversions. West, he is going again. He's got Matlock, and Matlock is going. He is inside the 10, 5, and touchdown. What a pass by Mason West. And the Mules,
6,
you betcha, put up 6 more on the board. Mason West finds a wide open Chris Matlock, and he goes the distance, 56-yard touchdown right before halftime with 22 seconds left to play here in the third quarter of play.
Well, I'm glad they didn't take my advice on that, Frankie, and take a knee.
Hunter Clifford, or make that the kicker tonight, is going to be Palma, number 29. Colton Palma coming up. Extra point is up, but there's a lot of whistles, and there's a flag down along the far side. It's going to be against Sikeston. It's offsides against the Bulldogs. I think you still kick the extra point. They're not going to run for 2, I don't believe. So Colton Palma is in for the extra point. Mules lead at 27-2 with 22 seconds left. We have a lot to talk about here at halftime. Mules coming in this football game, 2 offensive touchdowns all season. Tonight they've got 4. Kick is up. You bet you it is good. And the Mules now lead this football game 28-2. We're coming right back on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Caring for those you love also means taking good care of yourself. At Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center, our healthcare providers take the time to identify your health risks and help you prioritize good health. Regular checkups and age-appropriate screenings are important to be healthy now and stay well in the future. With same or next-day appointments and online scheduling, we make it easy to make an appointment right now. You can even see us from the comfort of your own home via telehealth. Put your health first today by making an appointment by visiting pbrmc.com and searching online scheduling.
It is 8:06 on this Thursday night. I'm Frankie Castillo. You're listening live to Mules football on today's talk, 93.3 FM, 930 AM, KWOC. We are streaming it live on Facebook and on YouTube. Mules now lead 28-2. Have a great night. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next Friday, right?
Yeah, go down the ladder.
Go down the ladder. Hunter Clifford now, a short kickoff. This one is going to get to about the 20-yard line. Oh, the Mules hustle to it. Did the Mules get the ball back? And no, it's going to be Sikeston. But, man, what a great job by the Mules, not allowing Sikeston to do anything. And less than 20 seconds, or make that 22 seconds left, Sikeston will have the football. But they're probably just going to take a knee. They will get the football back here to begin the third quarter. It'll be on the 23-yard line is where the Bulldogs will begin their drive. Sikeston down at 28-2.
Oh, Chris Matlock fast, isn't he, Frank?
Yes,
he caught that pass in stride, and he was gone.
We've got some great numbers here to go with you coming up during our half, presented by PB Realty Legacy Farm and Land Specialist. They're going to hand the ball off. Good to see Sherrod back in there for sure. He is flipped upside down. He's not going to get anything on the run, and that should take us to halftime, as the Mules right now is going to bring up second down and about 10 for the Bulldogs, and that's going to be about it. Everybody leaving, so the Mules will have a first half score of 28-2. Coming up, we will have your halftime report presented by PB Realty and Legacy Farm and Land Specialists. We're going to take a 3-minute timeout, and we'll come back and we'll break down halftime. You're listening to Mules football on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Breathe easier and extend the life of your HVAC system, plus fewer repair bills with Air Solutions Comprehensive Maintenance Plan. You'll save money and get the peace of mind that only comes from calling Air Solutions, 785-1500. Breathe easier and extend the life of your HVAC system, plus fewer repair bills with Air Solutions Comprehensive Maintenance Plan. You'll save money and get the peace of mind that only comes from calling Air Solutions, 785-1500. Breathe easier and extend the life of your HVAC system, plus fewer repair bills with Air Solutions Comprehensive Maintenance Plan. You'll save money and get the peace of mind that only comes from calling Air Solutions, 785-1500.
All right, we are back here live at the half, presented by PB Realty Legacy Farm and Land Specialist, and we're going to break it all down for you. Here's what we want to start out with first, Mr. John Scott. Tonight, as the Mules here have began this game, they only scored, entering tonight's game, they scored 2 points all season in the first quarter, no points in the second and third quarters combined, 21 points altogether in the fourth quarter. So tonight, the Mules have done their damage equally, scoring 2 touchdowns in the first quarter and 2 touchdowns in the second quarter. They lead, a pretty good lead, 28-2.
Yeah, it's good to see, Frankie. They finally figured it out, and they got a little taste, and they liked it. That's all Nate Bunton's dad, Ron, used to say, get a taste, get a taste. Well, they got a taste, and they're taking out their frustrations on Sikeston, which is perfectly fine with me. But these guys have, you can just feel the pressure going away. You can feel the momentum that they've got, and they want to win. They want to win. They're trying to win. Good kids, and it's nice to see that it's coming together for them tonight. We've had a lot of players, had good games so far. We haven't had a lot of mistakes other than the very first play. after that, it's been a good game, Frankie. This is better. No offense, Frankie, but I like this winning a game is much better than being behind every time.
You're not. Well, let's talk about what's happened here in the first half so far. The Mules turned the football over to begin with, but the Mules defense stepped up in a big way, did not let Sikeston score. With 4 minutes to go in the first quarter, Mikhail McFarland runs for 6 yards. Extra point was good. And then a few moments later, with 1:45 to go in the first quarter of play, that is when Mason West, he completes a 50-yard touchdown strike to Chris Matlock. Extra point was good. Mules led 14-0. And then second quarter, 11 just into the second quarter, it was a 7-yard touchdown pass to Romeo Wantor. The extra point up and good. Mules led 21-0. And then later on in that second quarter, with about 6 minutes to go, Mikhail McFarland, he was sacked in the end zone, a safety for Sikeston. The Mules led 21-2. And then, as John Scott would say, Tim, take a knee, go into halftime. They didn't listen. Mason West goes 56 yards to Chris Matlock, his second touchdown reception of the game. Extra point is up and good, and the Mules with a 28-2 lead. Listen to the numbers. Entering today's ball game, John, the Mules were averaging about 3.5 yards a play. Meanwhile, the opposing team was averaging about 5.5 yards per play. Check this out. Sikeston, they've ran 33 plays, only 126 yards of offense first half, under 4 yards per play. Poplar Bluff, 20 plays, 192 yards. They are averaging 9.5 yards per play. Big difference right there.
Absolutely. It's nice to see, the Mules have been very efficient scoring the ball after a lot of games of kind of having offensive drives stall out. Tonight we've been going big play, and it's good to see. And, yeah, like to see those numbers, like to see sustain those numbers, and the team can get a feel for what it's like to be on the upside of a game, and then parlay that in, hopefully, not just to the second half tonight, but the second half of the season going forward.
Each team with 1 turnover, 1 fumble apiece. Here is a mind-boggling number for you, but it's playing into the favor of Poplar Bluff right now. Time of possession. Right now, Sikeston, 16 minutes of time of possession versus just 6 minutes by the Mules. That's impressive. Yeah. It doesn't feel like that, but that's what it is. But the Mules do have a 28-2 lead.
Yeah, my mind is boggled, Frankie. It absolutely boggled. One of my keys to victory has been just the opposite, and look at us. But, yeah, that's good to see. And, these big scores, we've capitalized on mistakes by Sikeston, gotten a couple of nice plays. I really have been impressed with Mason West tonight. He's really had a good command of the offense, and he's played smart. He hasn't made any mistakes, and I'm still impressed. I'm still kind of faked out by that one play. Yeah, I'm still looking for the ball down here.
You're talking about when he passed to Chris Matlock. Yes. I thought he stepped over the line of scrimmage, but let's talk about third down conversions. That's always been a big key. The Mules coming into the night's game, 28% on third down conversions. Tonight, they were 2 out of 4 so far in the first half. Meanwhile, Sikeston just 2 out of 7. And by the way, the Mules, fourth down conversions, 1 for 1. Let's talk about individual scoring and numbers. Caden Craig, the quarterback for Sikeston, he is 6 out of 8, 81 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Keodrick Sherrod, number 33, 17 carries, 47 yards, averaging 3 yards per carry, no touchdowns. Heckemeyer for the Bulldogs at 3 carries, 9 yards. Caden Craig, 5 carries, minus 11 yards. Through the air, Heckemeyer 2 catches tonight so far, and he's got 44 yards. And then Marcus Sanders Jr., 1 catch for 24 yards. Connor Wallace, 2 catches, 11 yards. Dontrez Williams has 1 catch for 2 yards. On the ground, Keodrick Sherrod, he is a hoss. Ever since he went down with that knee injury, he did come back in. It was for 1 play, did not look the same.
No, he didn't. A little bit timid, and I don't blame him. You have a scare like a little bit timid. You have a scare like that, and I'm glad to see him back out on the field, but he didn't quite have the same spring in his step on that last couple of times he carried the ball. But good to see him back out on the field, and hopefully he'll be okay. Maybe a little sore for a little bit, but good to see him back out there playing. It's been interesting to see the Mules tonight. A couple of things. Chris Matlock, he's been absolutely burning it up tonight.
taken off on that pass and also the second pass. And you mentioned the 1-for-1 on the fourth down, an integral part of this game early on, 4th and long. Nice pass to Jared and Young and a nice run after the catch. Got down the field. So, yeah, everything's firing off cylinders tonight.
Kimberly Smothers may have the winning formula. She says maybe we needed to take one like the Packers did and just need cooler temps.
That's it.
That might be the winning formula, Kimberly. I like that, actually. Okay, so looking at the Mules right now, you talked about Mason West. Check this out. 6 of 9 tonight, 157 in the first half, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Mikael McFarland, 9 carries, 35 yards, averaging 4 yards a carry. But it's through the air tonight that's really got things going. Chris Matlock in 2 catches, already 106 yards, 2 touchdowns, 53 yards. He was our player of the game last week for the defense. Tonight, he is doing a great job offensively.
Two catches. I like his average so far.
And already over 100 yards. Yes. Jared and Young had a big catch, 35 yards. It was a big third down conversion. Romeo Walter, 1 catch, 7 yards, a touchdown. Jay Soto, 1 catch for 6 yards. Peyton Rogers getting in on the action, 1 catch and 3 yards. And don't forget about Clayton Stark, had a big sack earlier in that first half, which caused Sikeston to have to punt the football, which ultimately led to 6 points the other way for Poplar Bluff.
Yes, absolutely. Capitalize on mistakes. Really, it's nice to be able to just pick out various nice stats to talk about, good stats to talk about, flip the script on a team. And, hopefully our guys can come out second half and build on this and get that winning attitude going forward. We don't want to let up, though. I think it was Ron with whoever it was. Can't let up on the gas because Sikeston's capable. And we saw that they can pass the ball, they can run the ball. And, I've learned in high school football, no lead is really safe at halftime.
You're absolutely correct. So do I have your permission? Can I ask a question to our friends on social media tonight?
Absolutely. You have my permission.
Do you like all the stats that we're providing you tonight? We're trying to do real-time stats here. Talk about the stats if you don't mind. Do you like hearing all the numbers that your Mules are doing here tonight? Let us know. Hit us up on Facebook. Diane Taylor says, great job at first half by Chris. 2 catches, 106 yards. That's incredible. I want to give away this $25 gift card. What do you think?
Let's do it, Frankie.
Let's do it. So we'll have Tim put that back up on the screen for us. There it is. And get your last second answers in. And we're going to pick a winner. And I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to pick a winner coming up in 30 seconds. We'll take a 30-second timeout. We will come right back here tonight. Our first half question presented by Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers. We'll give you the answer, and we will select a winner when we come back as the Mules lead 28-2 on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Patriot Auto Glass offers chip repair or glass replacement. They provide fast quality service done by experienced technicians. Ask about our veteran and first responder discounts. Call Patriot Auto Glass today at 573-840-5027. And remember, Patriot Auto Glass will come to you.
Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers is a third-generation family-owned jewelry and repair store who have served the Poplar Bluff community for over 60 years.
Our family has always worked hard to provide the finest jewelry creations and service imaginable.
All right, so here we go. It is our trivia time. We're going to give away a $25 gift card courtesy of Academy Sports and Outdoors. Before we do, hats off to our student section tonight, John, making the trip to Sikeston. And they were cheering on the Mules in the first half, and I believe because of our student section, that's giving our Mules a little bit more momentum as this game wears on.
Absolutely. It's nice to see fans make the trip over here. A lot of maroon in the stadium. Kids over there, I saw earlier Trey Sanders, my boy Trey Sanders. You can see him a long way. Nice kid, freshman. And nice to see the students come out on kind of a cool night, especially up here on the top. They got a drone flying around. I'm afraid it's going to take my hat off.
I think you're right.
Got a little close earlier.
Larry Orton just tuned on. Glad to have you on, Larry. It's 28-2. Poplar Bluff leads. Let's do our trivia question. A lot of folks liking the numbers, too, so that's pretty impressive. We'll keep doing our stats. It's like a maze up here. It really is. We've got a 6-foot table, I guess, and we have every inch covered in some type of electronic device. We've got 2 laptops, 2 iPads. You're going to take a picture and put that on social media. You might as well.
It's about 50 miles of cables and wires.
Yeah, 50 miles of cables. Literally, I remember back in the day when we started doing these ball games, I could get here at 5 o'clock. I never did that. But I would always get here early anyway. I'd be set up in 10 minutes. Nowadays, it takes Tim about an hour, I guess it would be, maybe longer. About an hour to an hour and a half for the TV part and still about 30 minutes for the radio part. It is incredible. All right, so here we go. Here is our question. According to Poplar Bluff Records, tonight marks the 100th meeting between the conference rivals. In what year was the first game played? Was it 1899, 1904, 1907, or 1911? Before we give you the answer, any ideas, John?
I've always got ideas, but I have no idea. I mean, I don't think it's A.
Okay. Well, that was kind of obvious.
I can narrow that down.
Nobody guessed A, by the way.
Nobody guessed A, so I'm going to say.
I'll tell you this: it was between C and D. 1907, 1911.
Boy, I don't know. I like C better. I think 1907 was a good year.
Well, you would be correct. That is the answer. The right answer is at 1907. Now, the winner tonight is Brandon Wilson. I'll get a hold of you, Brandon, after the broadcast tonight for you to come by and pick up a gift card from Academy Sports and Outdoors for $25. Tell you what, John, Mules won that game. You give me the right score. No, you already seen it. No, you already did it. No.
26-0.
No, that does not count. No, I am not good. I was going to say, if you get the right answer, I'll buy you a steak dinner next week.
There we go. No. There we go. Steak dinner. I got it on record.
No. Oh, David Carroll guessed A. My bad. I didn't see that, David. My apology, my friend. So, yeah, the right answer is 1907. It is C. Sikeston lost to Poplar Bluff 26-0. First time these two schools met up. We're having a great time, John. I know I am.
Oh, yeah. You know, I was going to say, Frankie, the people who can't see this, not just the miles and miles of cable and wires and plug-ins and millions of dollars worth of equipment up here, but the obstacle course that you guys have to get through to get up here. I don't know. It's kind of like one of those Amazing Race deals. I never really watched that show, but it's how I would imagine that to be. You got to go up a ladder that's not anchored to anything, up through some kind of a hatch, like a submarine or something, and that's just getting up the whole. I don't know how y'all do it. I don't know. I just come in at the last second.
I tell you what,
the best way.
Tim and I, our wives are very compassionate people because they understand that to make all this work. I mean, here's the truth. I feel like our Friday night football games, I've got a second family, and that's the folks listening on the radio and the folks tuning in on social media. That's my second family. My wife understands that. She knows on Friday nights I've got to give 110% right here on this broadcast, and we try to do that, make it more local and make it more friendly. And I can only imagine right now on W Highway, Grandma Jackie, more than likely, with a 28-2 score, she's got Misty, her favorite dog, in her lap, probably going to be eating some popcorn right now, listening to the broadcast, pretty happy her mules are getting it done.
Amen to that. Misty, the favorite dog. How many dogs does she have, Frankie?
She's got three. And to be honest with you, to be completely fair, she's in her 80s, and I call her at least twice a day. I take her to all her doctor's appointments. She's more like my mom than anything. Yeah. So I still got to take care of her. And believe me, if I make a mistake, if I get something wrong, she'll call me afterwards and chew me out about it.
Yeah, so. I hear you, Frankie. Well, I'll admit, too, that being a Thursday night game, it will be sort of nice to have a Friday open tomorrow. So I can get to bed at my normal 8 p.m.
8 p.m. That's about as bad as I am. So coming up, we're going to have more trivia tonight. We've also got a live interview coming up. I see Coach Jim Brown on his way up, and coming up in just a moment, we will get in the offensive coordinator, John David Patillo. He said that we'll be able to get him on as soon as he comes up. And a matter of fact, we're going to stay right here, Tim. Don't go anywhere. And we're going to be interviewing the offensive coordinator, of the Poplar Bluff Mules, and that is Coach John David Patillo. We'll let him get up, and we'll let him get mic'd in And first off, Coach, Mules lead 28-2. The biggest number to me, the Mules have ran 20 plays, 192 yards, averaging almost 10 yards a play. Big numbers for the Mules in the first half.
Yeah, we were afforded some opportunities to take some shots, and we got a chance to do that. And, they're loading up the box on us. And so we've done a good job of picking our times to take those shots. And, they're really trying hard to take away our inside run game.
Mason West on the night, Coach, 6 out of 9, 157 yards. Chris Matlock, 2 catches, already 106 yards. These two guys are clicking. The run game is going. What do you do in the second half to maintain this incredible lead?
Well, the big thing is to come out and establish what we're trying to do in the long run, and, that's run the ball. But like I said, we've just got to take advantage of the things that they're going to give us and just execute. We've done that so far, and we just got to keep doing it.
Last question. The Mules defense has been on the football field over 16 minutes in the first half, but they are firing on all cylinders. Can they maintain this for 24 more minutes?
Definitely. They can. They're playing real well. You see our kids are excited, and they're getting after it. And it's great to see our defensive team really stepping up this year. They're doing a good job, and they've taken away the stuff that Sikeston wanted to do early, took them out of that, and have shut them down.
Well, Coach, I appreciate the opportunity. Glad to have you up here for a change. If you want to, stay here, I'll fire John Scott right now. I'll make him go over there.
No, then he'll turn around and fire me.
You're probably right. Okay, I got you. Well, Coach, thank you so much for the time. We'll see you guys afterwards.
All right, thank you.
You betcha. Offensive coordinator John David Patillo. That guy does a great job with all of our Mule sports, does a great job with girls basketball as well. Mules leading 28-2 right now, and we'll take our final timeout here of the half. Coming up next, it'll be Sikeston football. When we come back, Brianna Soto tuning in. Oh, she's tuning in from Florida, Tim. Let me know where, Brianna, and more importantly, how is the forecast down there where you are in Florida? David Hadley will get to your comment coming up in just a moment. You've been listening to the Halftime Report. It is presented by PB Realty, Legacy Farm and Land Specialist. We're back in 1 minute on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network. I'm Frankie Castillo alongside John Scott. Tim Hicks to my right, doing a phenomenal job tonight on the camera, the angles, everything, scoreboard, you name it, he's doing it all. Welcome back to Mules football, 28-2, the score as we get ready for the second half. And I've got a great trivia question. We're not going to waste no time tonight. What do you say, John?
I'm ready for it. My mind needs something to think about.
It is a 28-2 score. And because of the fact that, the mercy rule may play a favor in this second half because the Mules are already up by so much, here is our second half question. Get ready to submit those comments. Share this post for your chance to win a Magellan cooler courtesy of Academy Sports and Outdoors. Here it is, John. The 1926 and the 1929 Mules football teams, they are tied for a school record for the lowest amount of points allowed in a single season. How many points did they allow during those two seasons? Was it 35, 24, 7, or 0? If you know the right answer, submit the answer right now on Facebook. Make sure and share the post, and you might win this awesome Magellan cooler courtesy of Academy Sports and Outdoors.
You're talking about 1926 and 1929?
I wasn't born then.
All right, 1926 and 1929 are
Don't
tied.
give me the answers.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm just making sure what year we're talking about. I
right.
got to go back through all the years and think about this.
All right, well,
It'll
you
take a
think
little
about
time.
it. Mules are going to be kicking off, so get those answers coming in to social media. By the way, we've got 11 shares here tonight. Let's hit 25. What do you say? Let's make this a night we're not going to forget. Hunter Clifford now to kick off to the Bulldogs, rather. And this one is going to be taken right at the 2-yard line by Caden Craig. And the Mules, Logan Height does it again. He is going to be taken back near the 15-yard line. Great job by the Mules there on special teams as the Mules kick off.
First down, Bulldogs.
It'll be first down at Sikeston Bulldogs. Good job by Caden Craig on the run back. And then Logan Height able to make a tackle on the 15-yard line, a 13-yard return. So here we go now as the Sikeston Bulldogs have it first down and 10 on their own 15-yard line. They're going to hand it to Sherrod. A lot of misdirection that time, and they're going to go backwards.
A little bit of hesitation.
It's going to be a quarterback keeper, actually. He tried to hand it off, and I don't think he wanted the football, honestly.
I think he remembers the first half. He didn't want the ball. He's like, no, you take it.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want to go down anymore. You take it, my friend. So now, here we go. David Carroll says, excellent open field tackle. Yes, it was. So they're going to move him back all the way down inside the 15 to about the maybe 12-yard line there. There's going to be another handoff to Sherrod. And Sherrod, he is met by a big host of Mules. That one led, I believe, it wasn't Dugas, it was Alcorn. So Alcorn doing a great job that time.
Fired off the ball nice defensively. After the first series, we kind of woke up, and our guys are really getting in and they're gang tackling, which you've got to do with that guy. He's strong.
So back to the original line of scrimmage now for the Bulldogs. That's going to bring up a quick third down and 10. So keep those comments coming in. We're going to get the answer later on. There's a good pass. He dropped it. Incomplete. Great job by the Mules defense.
Number 42.
That's old Rogers out there, Peyton Rogers.
That was a great hit.
Yes, it was, causing that ball to pop out of there. Incomplete pass by Craig Caden. Fourth down and 15. And that's going to mean the Mules now should get the football. Bo Riddle is back to punt. Riddle now standing in his own end zone. Chris Matlock at the 50-yard line. So now we'll see what the Mules here offensively are going to be able to do with it. It's fourth down and 10. Here is the snap. Good kick. Oh, it's a high kick. It's not going to be a very good one. Mules, Jay Soto just gets out of the way.
He almost got hit.
I think he lost a football, to be honest with you.
He was turning around the wrong way.
He did. So the Mules now will come out, and they will have the football for the first time at this second half. So Mules will have great field position already inside Sikeston territory. And it's going to be first and 10 on the Bulldog at 32-yard line and only 17-yard punt.
I think it went really high. He wasted most of that one on
Yes,
height.
it did. He definitely did. 10:25 to play here in the third quarter of play. Mules right now coming out. All three timeouts. Kathleen Patillo says, great job defense. I got to tell you, Miss Kathleen, your hubby up here doing a good job on the offensive side too. Mules 28 points. So now here we go. Mason West, he's got Romeo Walter. No flag, a lot of contact there. I don't see a flag anyway.
Yeah, a lot of contact, but it was probably fair, a little push back and forth.
So incomplete pass. It was intended for Wantor. Second down and 10. I like Mason West's confidence there as he was going for the home run ball on 1st down and 10.
I like the call.
Yeah, absolutely. 32-yard line. I feel bad for Tim. He's already shivering, John.
Well,
he's already shivering.
The breeze is cooling off. I can't believe yesterday it was 98 degrees or whatever.
Yeah, it's beautiful out here tonight. Handoff to Mikhail McFarland.
Yeah.
He's got some running space. He's got a 1st down and touchdown. What a play. Oh, there's a flag. There's a flag down near the 30-yard line, so let's hold up a moment.
We don't like that flag.
32-yard touchdown run, but it looks like it's in the area of a hold. Let's hold on a second. I got excited there. Good camera movement there by Tim. Great job, Tim, on that. I've seen that on that replay. We're about 40 seconds behind from what I'm looking at. So we'll see what the penalty is on. Yep, there's that pesky holding call. So we're going to get rid of the touchdown for now.
Let me ask you a question, Frank. You mentioned that. So the stream is delayed by whatever. Is the radio part of this?
Nope, the radio part is live.
I got you. Okay.
Yep, radio is live. And
it's like a time warp.
Yep, radio's ahead. So it's going to bring up 2nd down, and we're going to mark him down actually on the 38-yard line. So that was going to be it's not going to be a 10-yard penalty, thankfully. It's going to be more like an 8-yard penalty. So 2nd down and 18. So now Mason West going to hand it back off again to Mikhail McFarland. This time he's going to get near the 30-yard line.
Number 7, Mikhail McFarland.
So Mikhail McFarland getting a couple of more yards. And they're going to mark him down near the original line of scrimmage. So Mikhail McFarland picking up 6 yards on the 32-yard line. And now it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10. Lee Wallace says, boom, you betcha. Oh, good job by Mason West. He's got a man open. Oh, couldn't get him, a little bit low. Logan Davis couldn't come up with it. 4th down. Mason West is going to trot over to the sideline. I don't know if you go for it here or not, but we'll see. Nope. Look,
I think they will.
I think they will too. I see that now. I think Mason West is just getting a play call from the coach.
Or maybe not.
Maybe not. Nope, I see Jared and Young coming in. So the punt team is going to come in. I like the call up 28-2.
Yeah, push them back. Defense is playing well.
Push them back. I got no problem with that.
Put him down on the 1-inch line. Get that safety back.
So now Jared and Young going to come out. Had a great kick his first time. Nobody back for the Bulldogs. Not sure if they're thinking it's going to be a trick play or not, but they don't have anybody back to return. It's going to be a punt. He just lines up and kicks it. This one, it's going to go inside, just inside the rim. Oh, my goodness. Touchback. Good job by Jared and Young. Nearly a great play there by the Mules. 9:25 to play here in the 3rd quarter of play. Sikeston now with the football. What a night tonight as the Mules are taking care of business, up 28-2. So, by the way, coming up on Tuesday night, we're going to be live at Bushwoods. I think John's going to be there with me. I know Tim will be there. We're going to be doing a Coach's Corner show coming up with the Mules football team and the Mules softball team. We'll be talking a little bit with everybody coming up on Tuesday night. I think I'm more excited about playing some games at Bushwoods more than anything.
There you go.
I think John Scott's buying dinner for everybody. I'm going to play some games.
$2 limit.
So now Heckemeyer is going to be the quarterback. He'll be a quarterback keeper. He is very strong. He's got 8 rushing touchdowns, a 1st down by the Bulldogs. He is out to the 30-yard line. So that's going to be a gain of 10 yards, maybe a gain of 11. It is a Bulldog 1st down. So Heckemeyer now going to get to the 30-yard line. They're going to mark him to the 31, so it's going to be an 11-yard gain. Now the penalty, David, it was for holding against Poplar Bluff. Sorry your stream froze up, my friend. It was a holding call against Poplar Bluff that took back the touchdown. Now another handoff, this time to Sherrod, trying to bounce outside. He is able to get some yards this time. Man, how do you compete with a Logan Height, Ben Conclazier, those two guys? I don't want to meet them in a back alley somewhere.
Oh, no, those guys are all over the field. Great pursuit and a hard hit. Those guys really give it their all.
They really do.
Every play.
5-yard pickup to the 36-yard line, bringing up a 2nd down and 5 to go now. Ron Withrow says, thanks, John. I think he's going to go for supper on Tuesday night.
I give him an extra $1, $3 limit.
$3 limit. There you go, Ron. 2nd down and 5 coming up now. Heckemeyer back at quarterback. And they're going to be he tried to hand it off, and the Mules saw that botched play. Chris Matlock was there first. Also there was Kaysen King, and it looks like Mr. Nunn was there as well.
Yeah. Mr. Nunn is having a good game tonight.
He really is having a good game. So they're going to mark that ball back to the 34-yard line. A loss of 2 on the play, bringing up a 3rd down and 7 to go. 8:19 to play here in the 3rd. And the Mules right now, they have a 28-2 lead. I can hear the Mule student section over there all the way across the way there. Cheering for the Mules right now. They lead 28-2. And we got some flags coming out.
Start.
There's the yellow wardrobe by the officials. False start. What's so funny?
I just the yellow wardrobe by the officials. Yeah.
You like that? False start there by the Sikeston Bulldogs. So Sikeston now on the false start, going to bring up a 3rd down and 12. And here comes, well, Caden King did come in for a moment. Now he's going to come in at quarterback. Dale liking what he sees from Mr. Ben Conclazier. Tara Chrisman tuning in tonight. She says, let's go Mules. She's got a couple of kiddos who plays baseball and softball for Twin Rivers who are doing good this season. Overthrow by Caden Craig, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now, this is the Mules team that we were expecting all season long, in my opinion.
It really is. After the Jamboree, they looked like this, and then they've had a hard schedule, though. You know, people are kind enough to point things out during the week, and I've had a couple of people tell me, hey, they've played a really tough schedule, that all their opponents have been really good. So I think our team is better, obviously better than the record reflects.
Absolutely. So a punt coming up here as Bo Riddle coming out. Back to return is Chris Matlock. I believe that's Matlock standing on his own at 35-yard line. So here is the kick. Great kick by Riddle. And everybody gets away from it. And the Mules will have it 1st and 10 on the 46-yard line. So good job by Bo Riddle as Mules will have it after a 25-yard punt. Let's talk about our trivia question here tonight. Up for grabs, it is a Magellan cooler from Academy Sports and Outdoors at 7:49 left to play here in the 3rd quarter of play. And let's talk about what is at stake in this half. The 1926 and the 1929 football seasons. They are tied for the school record for the lowest amount of points allowed in a season. How many points did they score in those seasons? That is the question. Matlock, or make that McFarland rather. He is going to go all the way to the 40-yard line. That'll be another 1st down for Poplar Bluff. Great job by Mikael McFarland. He picks up 14 yards on 1st down, and that'll be another Mules 1st down. Was it A, 35 points a season, B, 24, C, 7, or D, 0? That's what we want to know here tonight.
I was a kindergartner in 1929, so I don't really remember.
In 1929.
or 29, yeah, I don't really remember. But I'm thinking hard, Frankie. Trying to remember.
You think hard. Mules have it on their 39-yard line, so that was a 15-yard gain instead of a 14-yarder. Here he goes again. Good job by the Mules, and there's the flag coming in at the end of the play.
Holding on up. That is a late call. That was
very late call. We'll see what it's going to be on for sure. I think it is going to be a hold.
Yeah, he called hold on us, but that was a late flag.
Late flag, he says.
Holding on the Mules.
It's going to be a hold. So Poplar Bluff, that's their second penalty this half for holding. One of them costed them a touchdown. So Mules did have it 1st and 10 on the 39-yard line. But the hold is going to bring them back. It's still going to be 1st down.
That last hold, I could concede. This one, I'm not so sure about. He threw that flag really at the end of the play.
They're really going to get him for more than 10 yards. That's going to be a 12-yard penalty.
10 yards penalty from the spot of the foul.
So 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So that's going to bring up a 12-yarder or 12-yard penalty against the Mules. And now it's going to be 1st and 22 on the 49-yard line. Paige Morey says Poplar Bluff has the best student section in the area. I agree with that comment.
Absolutely.
You all right there, John?
Yeah, I was just listening to Coach Brown's eloquent discussion of the last play.
So now Mason West, he's going downfield. He's got a man there. He's going to get some of those penalty yards back. Still on his feet. Mr. Soto there doing a great job making the catch for the Mules.
Well, he's got explosive speed, Soto. Exciting player.
I think that was Matlock that made the catch.
Second and
Nope, it was Soto. Okay. So Soto, his second catch of the football game. And he's got it all the way down inside the 40-yard line to the 37. And now Mason West again. He's got Romeo Wantor this time near the 30.
Some good rhythm going this time.
So good job by Romeo Wantor that time. He's going to get down to about the 32-yard line, 33-yard line. So a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and very manageable. 3rd down and 4. There's a handoff. This one going up the middle. Mules.
Face
masking. Yes, sir. There's the flag.
That was bad face masking.
Yes, it was. So it's going to bring up a 1st down for the Mules, and we're going to get some more yards out of that.
Yeah.
They're going to mark him down inside the red zone, and that's going to be half the distance to the goal. It's going to be 1st and goal now for the Mules. They're going to mark him down all the way at the 12-yard line before the penalty.
That was a brutal face. You don't see him quite like that very often, where he just straight grabbed him, slung him around.
So a penalty on the play.
Personal foul, made face mask against the Bulldogs.
And now the Mules will have it. Half the distance all the way to the 6-yard line now. 1st and goal, Poplar Bluff. So Mules will have it now on the 6-yard line. So the Mules now have an opportunity here to get some more points. Here's the handoff to Mikhail McFarland. Touchdown, Mules. Give them 6 more. Is that what you wanted me to say there, John?
Give him 6.
Give him 6. Well, you know. Touchdown, Mikhail McFarland, his 2nd of the night.
Nice
that one goes for 6 yards.
Nice little run.
5:34 to play here in the 3rd quarter. And the extra point attempt coming up. All right, Palma in. The holder this time is Mr. Edmondson, number 18. Mules to make this a 35-2 lead. Here is the snap. The kick is on the way. You betcha. Mules now lead this game by a score of 35-2. You're listening to Mules football on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Protecting your toys are just as important as protecting your daily driver. First Choice Insurance can help find the coverage for your ATVs, boats, and campers that will give you peace of mind and not break your bank. So don't forget to allow First Choice Insurance to review your insurance needs today.
So the Mules that time. McFarland, his second touchdown run of the ball game, has given the Mules a 35-2 lead, and that's what the Mules have been wanting all season, and they are cooking here tonight. Good defense, great defense actually, really good offense here tonight. Mules coming in this ball game, 2 offensive touchdowns all season. Tonight, we've got 5.
Yeah, that's some pent-up offense that they finally the dam broke, and they figured it out, and they're playing well. Everybody, I'm glad for the boys. Hard work, perseverance, resiliency has paid off considerably.
Hunter Clifford, a booming kick downfield. It's going to be taken inside the 5-yard line. That was taken by the Bulldogs and Craig, and he's going to get to the 19-20-yard line. And that's where the Bulldogs now will take over, and they will have a first down coming up now. So Poplar Bluff doing a phenomenal job here tonight so far. And for the Mules, it'll be on the way back to the 19, so a return of 14 yards. And Sikeston now with the ball, 5:29 to play. Ron Withrow loves what he sees. He says we're cooking with gas. And we've got an official timeout here. Our broadcast tonight, it is presented by Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, Russians Towing, also by Air Solutions, First Choice Insurance, Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center, Patriot Auto Glass, Christian Automotive and Tire. Also being brought to you by the Scott Law Group, LLC. Looking at some of the numbers here tonight for Poplar Bluff. Number 1, over 250 yards of offense tonight. The Mules averaging 9 yards of play. West on the night, he is 8 of 13, 175, 3 touchdowns. Mikael McFarland, 13 carries, 83 yards. He is averaging 6.5 yards a carry, and he's also got 2 touchdowns here tonight, John.
Very nice. That's offensively, it's just really a spectacle to see. I love it.
I feel like tonight's Friday, even though it's Thursday. It's got me all messed up.
Yeah, tomorrow morning's going to be a mess.
Yes, it is. Handoff to Sherrod. Connor Stevens, I thought he was held a little bit. There's a flag.
Blocking the back on 20.
It's going to be on the Mules, or is it going to be against Sikeston?
It's against Sikeston.
Yep, has to be.
23 shoved our number 20 down right in the back.
That would be Patterson. Or Dontrez Williams, rather, against Sikeston.
And Calvin Anderson, our guy, he got just straight shoved in the back.
We'll wait for the official. A lot of people want to know why there was a Thursday night game instead of Friday. Well, the answer is it is against Sikeston. The reason is it's going to be a hold. I thought that was going to be. I thought it was going to be a hold.
There's a plethora of penalties.
There was a plethora, but I'll take the. I'll take either or. But I was going to say the reason why we have a Thursday night game is there is a referee shortage, and that's the reason why we have a Thursday night game. So it's going to be first down and 18. David Carroll says Bulldogs found their huckleberry. I like that comment. It's pretty good, David. First down and 18. There's a high snap as Craig is trying to get outside the pocket. He does. Dontrez Williams. He's going to have a first down. Good pass. Pocket collapsed, and Craig found the right man that time. Caden Craig did a great job to Dontrez Williams, and that's going to move the sticks. It'll be a first down on the 32-yard line. That's a gain of 21 yards on first down and 18. About 5:09 to play here in the third quarter of play. Sikeston trails 35-2.
Oh, clock ticks pretty slow when you're ahead, right?
It does.
It's amazing how that is.
We've had that clock on each side. When the Mules are losing, it goes by fast. There's a fumble there by the Bulldogs, and Sherrod able to fall on top of it. Good job by the Mules. I think that hit was number 52 there, Hudson Matthews by Poplar Bluff.
Fumble on the play, recovered by Sikeston.
So Sikeston lost it, and they're going to see where they mark him down. Probably just a yard loss on the play, and that'll bring up a second down and about 11. By the way, next week we're going to be at home finally. Poplar Bluff takes on Fox. Big game, by the way. It'll be pink out night. It's going to be senior night. The Mules Booster Club, they're going to be cooking out for us. Another handoff there to Sherrod. Ben Kalklaser was the first man through, and then coming to get him. That is Jace Soto to clean it up. Good job by the Mules there.
Soto's everywhere. Kalklaser's everywhere, too.
Yes,
and Frankie, I think I can say that with pretty good confidence that our new scoreboard will be up and running at our game next week.
Glad you brought that up, because I do know this. If a business out there wants to be on that scoreboard, they can contact the Mules Booster Club, and they'll take good care of them. Now is the time. To get your business on that brand new scoreboard. It should be up and running early next week, just in time for our football game. And I got to tell you, that scoreboard is going to be there for soccer games. It'll be there for football games. Any outdoor activities, you'll be able to see it. There's a flag on the play. And we're going to get looks like it's going to be against the Bulldogs. And
illegal substitution,
maybe? I think so. Yep, illegal substitution there.
I'm learning my signals, Frankie.
Well, Sikeston, they didn't know. They looked over there at the coach like, what was that about? It's a 5-yarder. And it's going to bring up third down and about 21 now. 4:10 to play here in the third quarter of play. Roger Faith is tuning in. Glad to have him in Crystal City. Says nice and clear up there in Crystal City. Let's see what it is right here in Sikeston, Missouri. Oh my goodness, it's great. 63 degrees here in Sikeston. Last night it was about 81 at this time. Not that way tonight. No. Tim's got his hoodie up. He's ready for winter already. Craig, back to throw, Logan Height. There you go, Connor Stevens.
Grounding, no.
No flag on the play. Now there's a flag. Yep, now it come in very late. It's got to be intentional grounding, right?
I would think.
I didn't think it got back to the original line, but I don't know what the way. The replay right now. Is he picking it up?
Yeah, intentional grounding.
Yeah, it has to be. Yep. Okay. I was going to say it has to be. It couldn't be personal foul against the Mules just because of the fact that the Mules didn't hit him.
That was Logan Height coming hard with the blitz, and he just missed creaming that quarterback, but he had just enough to disrupt it. And he came back around. The quarterback was, that was a good call by the referees, but that was good defense. I'll give Logan Height the credit for that one. He got in there quickly.
So now it's going to be fourth down and forever on the loss of the play. And now they're going to punt it away. Bo Riddle to punt from his own 2-yard line. Mules come after him. Mules now, Chris Matlock just going to let it roll, let it get out of bounds. Mules have it inside Sikeston territory. So the Mules now, once again, it's 35-2. I got to tell you, with 3:53 left to go here in the third. If the Mules can figure out a way to score on this drive, then the clock is not going to stop. Clock will run. Mules will have it 1st and 10 on the Bulldog 49-yard line with 3:53 to go here in the third quarter of play. So now the Mules lead it 35-2. Make sure and share this video feed for us. We've got that question right now up on social media about the two football teams in 1926 and 1929. Let's hear your answers on social media. Boy, that win in the first half, it went away, but now it's back. Jay Edmondson in there at quarterback now for the Mules. Ball pops loose, but he was down by contact. Mikael McFarland gets it to the 39-yard line. Another Mules first down. Boy, McFarland, he is making his way once again toward another 100-yard game tonight. Could be 2 in a row, and they're going to say he's actually going to be down at the 40-yard line. One official said 39, which would have been a first down. I think I would go toward the end zone, maybe a pass here. Second down and 1. Why not?
Let Jay get warmed up real good.
Jay going to hand it off. Going to be a first down and then some for the Mules. It's going to maybe come back a flag on the play.
It's a hold.
Yeah, good job by the Mules. Boy, he put the shoulder down, and he was gone. Logan Height did a good job. Not only is he a great defenseman, he can also run the football given the opportunity, but it's going to go against the Mules. There's the signal. It's going to come back against our boys.
Yeah, another hold.
Another what?
Another hold.
Hold, okay. That's not what I thought you said.
But it gives us time to run a few more plays. Right. Don't want to score too quick, Frankie. I'm not going to jinx something here, Frankie.
It's a 9-yard penalty that time for the Mules. Going to be a hold. So it's going to bring up second down and about 10. We are back to the original line of scrimmage now on the 49. David Carroll says, doggone holds. I agree.
Yeah. It wouldn't bother me a bit if the clock started, if we could get the clock running.
2:59 and counting, by the way. We are in the third quarter. It's 35-2. The only football game that I know of that's going on is right here in Sikeston, Missouri. Next week we'll be at home. Big cookout before the football game, and another flag on the far side. I believe that was a false start. Was it
offsides on defense, yeah.
Yes, it is. So that'll take away. So now it's going to bring up, instead of it being second down and 10, it's going to be second down and 5. I'll take that. So now they'll spot the ball on the 44-yard line. We have 14 shares. Let's get to 25 tonight. What do you say? John says if we get to 25 shares, what are you going to buy us tonight, John?
Let's see. Well, a little gas station, something here on the way out of town.
There you go. Logan Height now. He's going to run the football. He's got a Mules first down. He is near the 35-yard line. A gain of about 9 yards on that play. Logan Height. He is doing a great job defensively, offensively as well. He's got a Mules first down. Good job by the Mules there. Between him and Mikael McFarland, they have had some really good nights here on the ground for Poplar Bluff. They've had it all working right now. The Mules approaching 300 yards of offense at 276 right now, still averaging about 9 yards a play. Mikael McFarland, he's got 92 yards on the ground so far in this football game. Logan Height, he's just one of those kids that he is so strong. He's one of those kids I would trust with a football.
Well, he's got one speed, one level of effort, and that's all the way every time.
34-yard line, a 1-yard gain. He's slow to get up, but he's good to go. He's going to bring up second down and about 9 here for the Mules offense. 35-2 the score right now. Under 90 seconds here remaining in the third quarter, coming up on 1:20. Mules lead at 35-2. Our next opponent coming up next week, it'll be a district opponent. It is Fox High School, the Warriors. Another must-win for Poplar Bluff. It'll be interesting to see after Friday night's football games where the Mules stack up in the district. Fox a 1-win team. Poplar Bluff could be a 1-win team after tonight. Another handoff up the middle. Now a flag comes in late. And I believe I've already seen the signal.
Yeah.
Number 32,
Christian Robertson got the carry, but we'll see about the penalty. Yep, there it is. Hold again against Poplar Bluff. So instead of it being second down and 9, there you go, David. Another hold call against Poplar Bluff. We're seeing some fresh jerseys out there for the Mules. That's some good news.
I see the official talking to one of our players, maybe giving him a pointer on what not to do.
Yeah.
Ref's like, hey, I want to get out of here too, man. Come on.
So it's going to be a 7-yard holding call. So Poplar Bluff now from the 41-yard line, second down and 16. You know you're up by a lot of points when an official takes you aside and says, hey, you're doing this wrong.
Yeah.
You
like,
know
hey,
it's in your favor at that point. 33 seconds now, just past 9 o'clock on this Thursday night. Jay Edmondson back to pass. He better get rid of it. He just does. Nobody there.
Another hold.
Another hold, another flag. Is that a flag or is that a?
There's a flag.
Yep, there's the hold, and who's it going to be against? Oh, it's going to be against the Mules.
We may be going for the record for number of holds in a game.
It could be a trivia question next Friday night.
I feel like the coaches may have a discussion with the team about that after the game.
I wonder if Sikeston will decline this. Yep, they're going to decline. I thought they would. So they're going to go ahead and decline that as Jay Edmondson. And you know what? That's a smart play by Sikeston because now it's 3rd down and 16. So instead of it making 2nd down and 25, it's going to be 3rd and 16. 23 and a half seconds left in the third. Mules lead at 35-2. You know what caps this off? Jay Edmondson goes about 41 yards for a touchdown right here.
Yeah, let's see it. I'm ready.
Edmondson.
Ooh,
oh, misdirection there. Fumble on the play, and Sikeston may have it.
Sikeston got it, yeah.
Yep, Sikeston has it. And Keon Sherrod is the man that winds up and takes that football away. So Sikeston now will come away with the football as Edmondson lost it on the handoff.
Yeah, defender was right in his face about a split second after he got the ball, and he just got he kind of was frozen there, and didn't work out so well, but hey.
So Sherrod now got the football, and it's going to be 1st and 10 at Sikeston, and they will have it on their own 47-yard line. This is their best field position all half. Sherrod now, he's going to run the football, and he's not going to go far. He's going to lose some yardage, actually, all the way back inside at the 45-yard line.
Logan Goodluck, number 72, he put a hammer on that guy. Finished him off.
So they're going to say he's down at the 44-yard line, a 3-yard loss, 2nd down and 13 to go. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter. Mules now lead it 35-2. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Come back for the fourth quarter. Mules lead at 35-2 on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Do you feel that rush of adrenaline? That's the feeling of over 100 years of Poplar Bluff football excellence. Let's make some history.
And touchdown!
Caring for those you love also means taking good care of yourself. At Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center, our healthcare providers take the time to identify your health risks and help you prioritize good health. Regular checkups and age-appropriate screenings are important to be healthy now and stay well in the future. With same or next day appointments and online scheduling, we make it easy to make an appointment right now. You can even see us from the comfort of your own home via telehealth.
As we begin the fourth and final quarter, the Mules right now lead it
and searching
by a score of 35-2. Mules' only score given up was a safety. Heckemeyer now is going to run the football. He stiffs arms. There's a flag down, and that could be another hold. If I venture to say, is it against Poplar Bluff? We've already had about 6 of them tonight.
Well, that wouldn't surprise me. But
no, it's not going to be. It's not going to be a hold. It's going to be a chop block, I believe.
Interesting.
Yeah, blocking infraction, they're going to call it.
Interesting.
Against the Bulldogs.
These guys are getting their stats up on flags.
Yes, they are.
They're like our offense, you know, getting some flags out.
So Sikeston. And they're going to, well, they're talking about it now. So now the officials get together. And they're going to talk about this a little bit. Next Friday night, the Mules takes on the Warriors out of Fox High School. Pregame is going to be at 6 p.m., by the way, more than likely. I haven't told Tim that yet, so don't tell him. We're going to go a little bit earlier next Friday night. We've got a big show planned. We're going to have the hospital. Oh, we got offsetting penalties.
Shot block and face mask. Wow.
So, you know what? We're going to redo the play, so never mind on the penalties at all. 2nd down and 13. That's why they got together. Now I understand. But yeah, we're gonna have big tailgate party next Friday night. It'll be our pink out night. We'll have the hospital on. They're gonna light the hospital up in pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. There's a nice pass. Mules nearly picked it off. Good job by the Mules defense. Secondary there.
Hunter Clifford,
the Mules kicker out there doing a good job.
He got up on that one.
Yes, he did. He's going to bring up 3rd down.
It's nice to see our kids, you see springing their step, they're high-fiving, they're having fun. They're finally having an opportunity to have some fun.
They really are. I got to take my daughter Jenny to the, I'm not taking her. Her mom was going to, I think. I think they're going to go together. They're going on Wednesday to get, she's getting that pink, her hair dyed a little bit
nice.
pink for Breast Cancer Month.
Yes, right on. Good
you should
stuff.
dye some of your, you don't have much hair, never mind.
I could paint the top of my head purple or pink. Be a good excuse.
Mules bringing the thunder with them, and that was Logan Height. And he come barreling through there, and they blew that thing dead pretty quick. Flags down. I think the official may anticipated a sack and maybe bailed out Sikeston on that one because Logan Height, he barreled through there. Going to be against Sikeston. False start, I believe.
He was bringing the heat.
Yep. So that'll be another penalty against the Bulldogs, 5-yard penalty. Boy, this quarter seems like it's going on forever.
Too many penalties, Frankie.
We've only played 14 seconds so far this quarter.
nine penalties.
11:46 to play here in the ball game. Don't forget about our trivia question. I got to go back through some of the answers, but I don't know. Well, I won't say that yet. That may give it away. Shotgun formation, a quick pass. There you go. Sikeston moving the football now. Poplar Bluff doing a good job. That was to number 6 there, Bo Riddle, the punter. So Riddle is able to get close to a first down. He's going to get all the way to the 44 of the Mules. That's a gain of 17 yards. 4th and about 1.
Clock ticking.
I just kick it away. Doubt they're going to do that, but
no, probably not.
Coach Brown making his notes over there. Most coaches don't use the yellow notepads anymore, but he still does.
Old school.
He's old school. Got a lot of going to be a timeout called by the Mules. Our timeouts here tonight are being brought to you by Larry Hillis Dodge in Poplar Bluff. Let's talk about our trivia question for the night. And for Poplar Bluff, they lead at 35-2. So here is our question tonight. In the 1926 and the 1929 Mules football teams are tied for the school record for the lowest amount of points allowed in a season. How many points did they allow those seasons? Was it 35? Was it 24, 7, or 0? That's not fair. Coach Brown gave you the answer, and that's not right.
What was he doing?
But he knew the answer. That's pretty good that he knew that, but that's not fair. You can't say the answer.
Well, I would never believe anything he said, so I wouldn't believe anything he said. I think he was trying to trick me.
I like having Coach Brown up here, man. I really do.
Well, I was going to say it is nice to have these guys up here because you hear a little bit more and catch a little more and see a little bit more how they do it.
So 4th and 1 coming up here. But remember that Magellan cooler is up for grabs, and there is
the 4th.
I don't think he got it.
Now, yeah.
Second effort got it. Yeah, the official was about to blow him down. Heckemeyer is able to get to the 40-yard line, so that will be a first down as Heckemeyer, I thought he was caught in the backfield, but instead he'll get about 4 yards. Clock continues to run.
Good second effort there. That'll be a teaching moment for our defense to make sure the guy's down.
So 40-yard line now, 1st and 10. I hear a lot of Mules. The Mules student section over there still having a ball. The Mules up 35-2. There's the option. The Mules miss a tackle, a rare tackle miss by Poplar Bluff, but still not able to get a lot of yards. I believe he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
Long run for no gain.
Yep, that was
we
Wallace.
Almost had a good loss.
That was Connor Wallace that time who got the run for the Sikeston Bulldogs. 2nd down and 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Sikeston Bulldog cheerleaders.
Up to 15 shares tonight. That's some good numbers here on a Thursday night. A rare Thursday night game. The only game in town. There's another handoff to Wallace, and this time the Mules not missing tackles. There's another Wardrobe coming in. That's a flag.
These guys
Two flags coming in.
Somebody go out there and take the flags away from these guys. Come on.
Number 10, Joseph
Boy, Heckemeyer, he did get some good yardage on that. He got all the way down inside the 35-yard line, 34-yard line, but we'll see where the penalty is. It's going to be a face mask against Poplar Bluff.
Face mask against the Mules.
So we're going to add on to that run. So Heckemeyer is going to get about 5 yards, but we're going to add a penalty onto it as well. And Poplar Bluff is going to be called for the face mask. Is it going to be a 15-yarder or just a 5-yarder? They're going to say that's an intentional face mask, but we're going to add 15 yards onto it. And that's going to bring up now all the way down on the 20-yard line. So give him 5 yards on the run and then add 15 more. Heckemeyer again, he stiffed arms, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a couple of yards to about the 19-yard line. Now one official moves over to the 19.
One on the play, 2nd and 9, Bulldogs.
So 2nd and 9 from the 19. Big crowd here on Facebook, on YouTube as well. So glad you're tuning in to a Mules Football Thursday.
Nice to see some guys get some reps. Get a little time on the field, game time.
You betcha.
Get off the sideline a little bit. Put their skills to some work.
Kimberly Smothers, I got to tell you, she says she's going to go outside and just start throwing flags around.
Yeah,
I like that.
Seems to be what's going on here.
Here's that wind again. It's really calling now all of a sudden.
Just
incomplete pass.
Freeze us out, Frank. They're trying to freeze us.
Joseph Heckemeyer, pass
Incomplete there. So the Mules defense doing it again. 3rd down and 9. All of a sudden, the wind was it was pretty calm most of this game, and now it's really picking things up again. But that's okay. We're almost out of here.
Don't say that. That's the longest quarter in history.
Well, if the Mules can get an interception here and score, it'll run anyway.
Yeah, there we go. That's what we need.
Well, we'll start breaking down now, folks, and we may kill the feed. Up 35-2.
That pesky 2, it's bugging me.
That pesky 2, it is bugging me as well. All right, so here we go now. 3rd down and 9 coming up now as Caden Craig, he's going to throw toward the end zone. It's nearly caught there by the Bulldogs. Good job by the Mules. Ben Kalklaser. And good sportsmanship there by Peyton Rogers helping up Heckemeyer. It is incomplete pass there. It's 4th down and 9.
Yeah, Kalklaser's sitting on that guy.
He was.
I wouldn't want him sitting on me, I don't think.
David Carroll says, don't you dare pull the plug. I wouldn't dream of it, man. We're having a great time. We may stay all night and just film the field.
We haven't pulled the plug yet this season, so
yes,
we're not going to pull it. Tonight's not the night we're going to pull it.
We pulled the plug a couple of times by accident.
Well, that was to restart it all, right?
Gotcha.
Turn it all off and reset it all.
Things always go good when Tim and I are right beside each other with the camera and everything else in between. So now Craig is back to pass. He just gets it away. This one is incomplete. Good job by the Mules defensively.
It's a great effort.
Are they saying there's...
He called it. The ref called it incomplete. They're going to override it.
They may override it. Peyton Rogers is there pleading his case. One official was right there on top of it, said incomplete. Now they get together. Oh, my goodness. They're going to overturn the call and say he caught it. And
Ref's
it'll
got
be
money on the game.
It'll be.
Can I say that on the air, Frank?
I don't think so.
I'm sorry. The ref does not have money on the game. I don't think, at least.
So it'll be all the way down on the 6-yard line. That is a gain of 13 yards. And that's a first down, Sikeston.
Timeout Bluff.
Timeout Poplar Bluff. So with that being said, we're going to step away for a quick 30-second timeout. We'll come right back. Mules lead at 35-2 on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Southeast Signs and Graphics of Poplar Bluff can handle all of your printing needs, from t-shirts, wall displays, banners, and so much more. Call their team at 573-772-5566 or get to southeastsignsandgraphics.com. Southeast Signs and Graphics of Poplar Bluff.
Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers is a third-generation family-owned jewelry and repair store who have served the Poplar Bluff community for over 60 years.
Our family has always worked hard to provide the finest jewelry creations and service imaginable.
All right, we are back in the fourth quarter. 21 minutes to go in the ball game, it seems like, John. We don't quite go to 21 minutes, but it sounds like
Is this pregame, Frankie?
This might be pregame. So the Mules right now coming up on a 1st and goal on the 6-yard line. The defense, boy, what a crowd here on YouTube, which, by the way, if you haven't already done so, make sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We launched this literally a year ago, coming up in 2 days on the 24th. And we've gotten all kinds of subscribers, and, man, we love doing these games on Facebook and YouTube. My son's a YouTuber, believe it or not. He's only 12.
You got more cables right this time.
Yeah,
he's
right.
12. He's a YouTuber. Is he like an influencer?
What did you say about
you
cables?
You call him an influencer?
What did you say about
I was
cables?
gonna say you got more cables since you had a year ago. Like when you started this whole thing out.
No doubt. Yeah, he's a YouTuber. He can tell me more about YouTube than I can. He probably knows more about it than me and Tim put together. And now we have flags. Oh, more laundry on the field. All right.
They're going to have a replacement flag. That flag's getting frayed.
I may have to have Kimberly come up here and give us some of her flags.
Yes. Hope they got some backups.
Now they're going to talk about it here.
These guys just like each other. They want to talk.
Listen.
That's what that is. They can talk on their own time, Frankie. It's a weeknight.
I'm glad that Sean's going to fill in tomorrow morning for me on the air. I feel bad for Tim. He's got a whole big day ahead of him. We're going to wave it off.
Well, why not?
I think he was waving at you, John.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I guess they probably listened to the game. He's watching it down there.
That one official said, "You're embarrassing us up here."
Sorry, I didn't really think he had money on the game. Maybe he did.
It's pretty funny. That's pretty funny, though. 8 minutes remaining here in the ball game, and
it's touchdown.
Riddle,
He dropped it.
Well, wait a minute. Are you sure he dropped it?
He dropped it.
They may get together and overchange
That's
it.
true.
I'm
There's flag, no flag. Where's the flag?
I'm kidding.
Something's
It's incomplete for sure. Heckemeyer, though, he tried to come down with that catch. Good try, though, for sure. 2nd down and goal from the 6-yard line. If you can't tell by now, we're having a blast here tonight.
It's a little better when you're on the right side of the scoreboard, that's for sure. I've learned that much.
8:47 to play here in the ball game. Mules right now lead at 35-2. So I got something else I want to tell you. I'll wait till after this play here. Mules showing blitz here. What do we have over there? It's going to be against Sikeston.
Look at that.
False start. Yes, sir.
We'll take it.
False start against the Bulldogs. So next week, I'm going to try something different because a lot of people love the scoreboard that we have incorporated. Timeout called by the Sikeston Bulldogs. That'll be their first timeout of the second half. They've got 2 timeouts left to go here in the ball game. Sikeston now taking their first timeout, and with that timeout, still 8:47 left to play in the ball game. Are you ready for this, John?
I'm ready for it, Frankie. Hit me.
Those that are tuning in on social media right now, check this out. So here's what we're going to do. I haven't even told, look at Tim. He's like, what? You haven't told me yet. So what we're going to do is, you see the trivia question there on your screen, by the way, so make sure and hit those answers up for me. We'll pick a winner before the game is over. We're going to try to incorporate the time into the scoreboard next week.
Nice.
Maybe try to even do the downs and the yards.
Nice.
But keep in mind, I'll be the one running that and running the real-time stats too, so keep that in mind.
You might as well juggle while you're doing that.
We're going to try to pull the Houdini next week. We're going to try it. Tim's he's looking at me like, I wish you would tell me this first before you start making these plans.
I think you should put a little ticker on the bottom there. We could type stuff in, whatever they call that.
You're going overboard.
That'd be funny.
You're going overboard.
We could have a good time with that.
Yes, we could. Handoff, and the Mules, they handed it off to Sherrod, and the Mules were not fooled that time. Alcorn in there, Connor Stevens in there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and goal now. Mules defense is standing up strong right now to the Bulldogs. And it'll be all the way back on the 15-yard line. Another loss on that play. Yeah, they're going to say 14-yard line instead, a loss of 3 yards. Now, this is fall right here. The winds are whipping around everything. That's football season right there.
I didn't bring my kite. I got to remember to bring a kite to these deals.
I hear you. Low snap. Mules get through. Logan Height, you betcha, my friend. Another tackle. Remember, entering this game, 58 tackles on the season. He is just adding to his totals, and he's going to be marked down at the 23-yard line. So now it's 4th and goal now, as the Mules doing a phenomenal job. A big loss. All the way back on the 23-yard line.
Our defense has got a pretty good chip on its shoulder, and they don't like giving up anything.
No, they do not. Good job by number 25, Logan Height. 4th and goal now from the 23. They're going to pass it here, the Mules, and this one is going to be completed, and he knows he's not even close. Bo Riddle is going to be down at the 15-yard line. Mules making a big defensive stop. Mules not allowing the Bulldogs to get into the end zone.
Poplar Bluff will start this drive on their own 11-yard line.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line now, as the Mules now take it over on downs.
Well, how many yards was that, Frankie, on that play? 12?
12.
Coach Brown was making his notes.
Gotcha. 7:10 to go here in the ball game. Mules now will have the football. 1st and 10 from the 10-yard line, or make that 11-yard line. We're going to give you the answer to our trivia question. We're going to wait until about 4 minutes to go in the ball game. There is a run play up the middle, and we're going to run this clock down up to the 20-yard line now for Poplar Bluff. And that is Christian Robertson, I believe, on the carry. Number 32 for Poplar Bluff.
Number 32, Christian Robertson on the carry.
Got some
4 on the play, 2nd and 6 Mules.
2nd and 6 for the Mules. This one's going to get out to about the 25.
32,
Christian Robertson again is going to be just shy of the first down marker. Picked up 4 more yards. Good runs by Robertson. 3rd down and about 1. Sarah Lacey tuning in this evening rather. She says, "Great job, Mules." Boy, what I wouldn't give right now to see a Gavin Hayes run up the middle.
Yeah, for what would that be?
That'd be about 75 yards.
Yeah, let's see it right up the gut.
Low snap. Oh, Mules. Oh, my goodness. That was a big Houdini right there by Christian Robertson. A 1st down.
Yeah, style points.
He fumbled it and still was able to come away with it. That's pretty impressive.
Style point play there.
So Robertson is going to get enough for the 1st down. Someone's cheering down there. What? 35-2 the score. Clock continues to run. It is at 5:39, or make that 5:29 rather. You need some glasses there, John?
Yeah, I think so. Longer arms is what I need.
So
Christian Robertson, okay.
Now the Mules coming up. Christian Robertson lining up in the backfield. They're going to hand it off to him, and this time, good tackle by the Bulldogs. He's going to lose some yards. He is back to the 25-yard line.
Christian Robertson with the carry.
Good to see some guys get some reps, though, Frankie. Get some experience. That'll come in handy.
Second and 12 for the Mules now. A loss of 2 yards on the play. Rob Turner and Larry Orton tuning in. A class of 1979.
Oh, the good old days.
That's what we didn't ask. Didn't ask what was the best class out there. What was the best class and what's the worst class?
Oh, well, I'll tell you, in a lot of ways, it was the same class. Depends on who you ask, right, Frankie?
That's right. Christian Robertson now, he's going to go up the middle, and he's going to get out to about the 32, 33-yard line.
Christian Robertson on the carry. Tackled by number 64.
So Christian Robertson. So it's going to bring up third down and about 5. So a 7-yard gain on that run. 3rd and 5 coming up. Larry Orton says 79, of course. 3:49 and counting here in the ball game. Poplar Bluff leads at 35-2. Robertson again. No, Robertson's going to be a fake. Boy, that was a good fake. It had me fooled. Edmondson
got a couple yards.
It's going to bring up 4th down.
I bet it was wild in 79 in high school. Like dazed and confused. Larry was like dazed and confused.
So 4th down and about 4.
Yeah.
So we're going to give you our trivia question coming up here. We're 4th and 5. We'll get that trivia question. It's not fair because Coach Brown already gave John the answer, and that's bull. I was not ready for that.
He didn't give me the answer.
He gave you he gave you the hand signal. I know what he gave you.
I thought he was trying to give me some popcorn.
No, he wasn't giving you popcorn. Mule's going to come out and punt the football away. As soon as Jaredon punts this football away, there's that drone overhead.
I don't know about that drone, Frankie. It's making me nervous.
Boy, what a good punt that one was by Jaredon Young. It takes a Mules bounce near the 30-yard line, inside the 30 to about the 27. Good punt by Poplar Bluff. That one is a booming kick downfield, 44 yards.
48-yard line.
First down for the Bulldogs now. All right, so let's do up our trivia question. Don't tell the answer yet. The 1926 and 1929 Mules football teams are tied for the school record for the lowest amount of points allowed in a season. How many points did they allow those seasons? Was it 35, 24, 7, or 0? And the answer is, we'll let Tim put it up there on the screen for you. The answer is D, 0. Tell me how that worked as we see Sherrod stepping out of bounds.
It's a good thing they weren't streaming those games.
Yeah, no doubt.
Exciting.
So a gain of 5 yards by Sherrod. We do have a winner, by the way, on that trivia question. I'll give that to you in just a moment.
Coach Brown now.
No, Coach Brown did not win. So the answer, the winner of tonight on that awesome Magellan cooler belongs to Miss Pamela Davis.
Aha, good.
I'll reach out to her following this football game. Sherrod getting to the 40-yard line. And
number 33, Keandre Sherrod on the carry.
So
5-yard
he'll get to the 40.
And that's a Bulldog.
And that is a first down following the run.
Yeah, I'll give the PA announcer credit. He still seems to have some enthusiasm when they get a first down.
Larry Orton, he says, I don't think John Scott remembers me. I know John.
Yeah, I know. I think I know him.
I know him real well. I know Larry very well.
Orton's,
good man. Yep.
Darren was a year ahead of me in school. Odie, everybody called him Odie.
Mules lead 35-2, coming up under 2 minutes now here in the ball game. 1:57 and counting. Another run by the Bulldogs. It's going to be up to the 44-yard line, a 4-yard gain. So coming up after this contest, yes, Miss Davis, you have won the Magellan Cooler. I'll get with you after the game. It could be tomorrow morning, so bear with me, but I'll get with you. Unless you don't want it and you want to donate it back to the John Scott and Frankie Foundation.
We can load that thing full of
water.
Yeah, I was going to say soft drinks for these occasions. Put a couple hot dogs on top of it. Be perfect.
You never told me. Was your hot dog good at Sikeston? Did you go back for another one?
Well, I would eat another Sikeston hot dog. Okay. The mustard was substandard, but I was hungry. I've got to give it a little bit of that. But the dog itself was a nice dog.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
It wasn't as good as ours.
Okay,
third
down and 3. Mules lead 35-2. What a great ball game tonight for the Mules. 1:17 to play here in the ball game. Poplar Bluff going to get their first win of this season to avoid an 0-5 start. Now 1-4. And the ironic thing is, even though we're 1-4, as Sharon carries the football for a first down, next week is a huge game for the Mules against Fox High School. The Mules win that game, John. We're back in the driver's seat, at least in my mind, to host a playoff game come week 10. But it all starts next week against Fox.
Yeah, definitely. It's a new season. I think the team is finally seeing – they've really hung together. And you can tell a lot about really anybody during the best of times and the worst of times. And these kids have hung together. They've stayed with it. They've stayed focused, and they've come out and had a really nice game. And I really hope they can build on that, keep the momentum.
I do too. Long pass going downfield and nearly intercepted by the Mules. It was right in his lap.
Dylan
Hall. Good baseball player, by the way, Dylan Hall is.
Almost had that one. He'll regret that, but good defense.
Very good defense by the Mules. And I was going to say, let those comments come in for the Mules. I think Kimberly started it. Great job, Poplar Bluff. 49 seconds left in the ball game. Mules are going to get their first win of this season. A big win against Sikeston, 35-2. It was defense for Poplar Bluff, but the Mules offense, they were clicking. Chris Matlock, a couple of touchdown passes. Mikael McFarland, he had 2 touchdown runs. Mules had it all going on all ball game, especially on the offensive side. Defense only giving up 2 points. That's pretty impressive.
Oh, absolutely it is. They played well both sides of the ball.
Wait a minute.
Flag.
3
plays. Flags. They call one.
That will be a false start.
48 seconds left. Let's throw a couple flags. Why not? Just hang out here and enjoy it. But no, I think the team, they get a little confidence. It works, and they see how it is, and they realize they can do this. And so, I think next week, home game, people are going to be pumped up. It's going to be great weather, hopefully, knock on wood. New scoreboard going.
Yes, new scoreboard going. Going to have a big crowd, pink out night.
It's going to be nice.
What is that, Tim? We've got breaking news coming into our broadcast. No Mules football tomorrow night. We're off, John. Don't show up. We're not going to be on the air.
I'll be asleep by 8.
Don't lie to me. You're going to go to Cape and watch Jackson, aren't you?
Maybe 8:15 I'll be asleep by. How about that? I might hang out and go kind of wild tomorrow. I'll make it till 8:30.
48.2 seconds left to go. Long pass down the field, and once again, flags are coming in, and this one's going to be a little pass interference on the Mules.
Yeah, that's pretty weak. I thought.
You know what? I say that it could be offensive pass interference.
I think our guy, the ball was underthrown.
No, wait a minute.
Holding.
I think they're going to say.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be against Sikeston.
Yeah. Ball was underthrown. Our defender, same guy, Dylan Hall.
Larry Orton says, anytime you beat Sikeston, it's always a good win. Amen to that. Flag was thrown right where the ball was landing. Good defensive coverage by the Mules. You know what, David? We talked about doing that, actually. It's funny because Tim's he's got different shoots tomorrow we've got to do, but we actually talked about doing this. David said we should go broadcast the Donovan game tomorrow night. We talked about doing that, actually. Now the referee's going to go retrieve the flag there. It's going to be a holding against the offense of the Bulldogs.
41 seconds left now.
Yes, sir.
Also known as 20 minutes.
I believe I said that earlier, and I was about right. Kathleen Patillo says, I think you are, David. I don't think everybody else has lost the audio. Everything is coming in loud and clear on our end, my friend.
Get him, get him, get him.
Ball is tipped. Good job by Heckemeyer. Couldn't reach it in. Mules doing a great job on the defensive side. We're seeing some second stringers out there, and they're doing phenomenal.
Good experience for them, good reps.
Thank you guys so much. Yep, so our audio is fine, David. I don't know what's going on with your side, but we're doing good. 35.9 seconds.
19 and a half minutes.
Coach Brown's like, we'll let this go all night long. Look at him. He's ready. Look at him. He's ready. We're having a great time tonight. It's fun to win.
It really is. It is, especially after a few weeks where you don't.
All right, David. Glad to have you back on, my friend. So Sherrod, another carry. This one tries to get to the outside, and he'll bounce into the 47, 48-yard line, and this might do it. So Sherrod gets about 7 yards, and this game is going to come to an end. Poplar Bluff gets their first win of the football season. Congratulations to our winners tonight, Brandon Wilson and Pamela Davis of our trivia questions. We're going to have John David Patillo coming up in just a moment. I'm not sure if that's right now or if it's going to be a little bit later. We'll get him on right now. So we'll stay with us. Mules win the football game 35-2. Mules getting their first win of the season, and the offensive coordinator, John David Patillo, he is going to join us right now on our post game, and we'll talk to him about the Mules and what we were able to accomplish here tonight with our first win of this season. And we'll let him get ready to go whenever. All right, here we go. First off, the most important thing that I can say to you, Coach, is the Mrs. Kathleen. She says, great job coaching. She thinks you being up here with us might be the ticket the rest of the season.
Yeah, well,
no,
she's been coaching me on that for about 2 years.
I guarantee it. So let's first off talk about the Mules, and let's talk about the offense that we have seen tonight, Coach. 295 yards of offense, 39 plays, averaging 7.5 yards per play. And the defense only allowing Sikeston 3.5 yards to play. That's where it all starts.
Yeah. Like I said, defensively, our kids played really well. That first half, they just took them out of anything they wanted them to do. We got to rolling, making a few plays. And then we hit a little spurt there, I guess, early in the second quarter where we kind of slowed down. We had a possession where we went 3 and out. We talked to the kids at halftime about the fact that, that's just something in a game like this, you got to have higher expectations. You can't start relaxing. You just got to keep playing. And, I thought we came out in the second half. We went right at them. We knew they were going to load the box up a little bit. We let Mason throw it around a little bit. That one possession, they called 3 or 4 holdings. And put us back in a bind a couple different times, but we came back and made plays. We scored on a touchdown. They brought that back, and then we ended up scoring on the same possession. So it was good to see us battle through that. We had a little adversity there that we had to battle through, and so that's what this team needs. We have to keep battling, keep playing, keep working through things. And I guess with about 5 minutes left, we started putting our twos in and start getting them some opportunities, and that slowed down a little bit with us offensively, but we still did a pretty good job defensively. And it was a good win. It's somewhere to build on. We've got, the next couple opponents we feel like we are very competitive with, and so we should come out and hopefully get a little of this behind us, get a little momentum going.
It was nice to see our Mules football team huddled up there together and a lot of smiles on their faces. Getting that first win of the season is always a big deal. And like you said, next week it is a critical game against Fox High School. More on that in a moment. Third down conversions here tonight, Coach. Our team 4 out of 9, 1 out of 1 on fourth down. Talk about Mason West here tonight. I thought he grew up a lot. 8 out of 13, 175, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Right. He did a good job. He managed things. He took things that were there. Nothing was forced. And I just thought he did a real good job of managing the game. And Mason's super smart kid, high IQ. He wants to do everything right, And the big thing is to get him to relax and just play some. And when he's doing that, he looks pretty good.
Tonight on defense, we've said a lot of names here tonight, but I'm going to give you a guy, Alcorn. He did a great job for you tonight. He was involved in so many plays, and then Jay Soto as well, once again stepping up in big key roles.
Yeah, those kids. And again, tonight even more so than when I'm down on the sideline, I really didn't get a chance to watch because I'm up here reviewing our offensive stuff a lot more. But, everything that I saw, I thought we did an excellent job on the line of scrimmage. Like you said, Alcorn played well, and I would definitely think that he would be a player of the game.
Absolutely. I was thinking the exact same thing you were thinking. Let's talk about next week a little bit. Realistically, how important is this game coming up against Fox next Friday night? District opponent. Mules have 1 win now. Fox has 1 win. That could be one of our biggest games of this season.
Yeah. I actually flipped on a film, and I usually don't watch film on the next opponent a whole lot, until we're finished with this game. But I got a chance to watch them, and I definitely think we match up physically with them. It's their style is always something that's been a little bit tough for us, but the way our defensive kids and our coaching staff is playing right now, I feel real good about it. I think we've just got to go and execute on the offensive side, and if we do what we do here, we're going to come out and get us another win.
Absolutely, and we don't mention him. We mention him a lot when he's on special teams, but I thought Hunter Clifford, man, him and Palma, they did their jobs here tonight. Kickoffs, extra point attempts, Jared and Young on punts. They did what they were supposed to do.
They did. Those kids keep getting better and better. We were talking on the way over here today about how strong each one of them are getting kicking the football, and they're both doing a great job. And we put Sikeston in a bind, put them back, inside our 15 a couple of times, I think, and then had one in the end zone. So it had a good night kicking. I know Hunter's first extra point didn't look real good, but after that he really did a good job there. So those kids are doing a great job. Our special teams have really improved, I think. We've had a big focus on a lot of the special teams and what we're doing. The one area that we've been struggling, we've been doing a little bit of a quarterback punt situation, but we got away from that and just went to a regular punt. And but Jared's leg he's still a little bit sore, so he didn't punt the ball real well like he has been, because he really punted the ball well the first 3 or 4 games, but the hamstring is kind of bothering him a little bit.
Got you. Well, Coach, thank you so much for the time. By the way, are we going to see possibly Darius Graham next Friday night? I know he didn't dress tonight.
We hope so. Okay. Supposedly everything is just this week, and supposedly he's going to be back next week. He's moving around on it. He's not just limping horribly or anything like that, but I expect him to be back this week. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else. The other guys are still more long-term, but
Gotcha.
we should get him back.
I'm not sure if John Scott will be here next week. He may have pulled a hammy coming up the ladder, so we'll see. We'll check on his status afterwards.
Well, he may have pulled a hammy. I just couldn't get my rear end through it.
Man, I tell you what, Coach, congratulations on the win. Go enjoy this one, and next Friday night going to be a big game for Poplar Bluff against Fox. We'll see you guys then.
I do want to ask for some prayers. We have some family members, some of our Mules family members. We had a grandfather pass away. We've got some people in the hospital. Just I hope you keep our team in your prayers.
Absolutely. Very well said, Coach, and we'll do that, and we'll see you guys next week against Fox.
Thank you.
You bet you. The offensive coordinator, John David Patillo, joining us here tonight as the Mules get the win, their first win of this season, and we're going to make sure that Patillo and John Scott get down from the ladder. Don't want any hamstrings being pulled. And before we say so long tonight, we'll bring back in John Scott for final thoughts here tonight. Mules get their first win. It was an all-around complete game, offensively, defensively, special teams. The Mules had everything going on tonight.
Yeah, firing on all cylinders tonight. Great to see the kids, see them spring in their step, get a win. Good stuff, Frankie. See this team stay together. Believe in the coaches, believe in the process, believe in the team, get a good win, and move on to the next one.
So you'll be with us next Friday, or is that the week you're going to be gone?
Well, I think I'll be here next Friday. It's a long time from now.
It's 8 days, you betcha. Well, John, thanks for making the trip, and we appreciate your time, my friend, and we'll see you next Friday as well.
Thank you, Frankie. Good to be
here.
here.
You betcha. You're not going nowhere. I need your help here getting on that ladder. No, I'm just kidding. Coming up, we've got, we'll recap. I'm sorry. We're going to go ahead and say so long tonight and get ready for Mules Football Friday next week. The Mules getting a win tonight, going on to win their first win of this season. Remember, next Friday it is a home game. It'll be against Fox. That game is very important to the Mules. They need that victory to stay pace in the districts and possibly, fingers crossed, would be able to host a district game in Week 10. Tim, great job again on the camera tonight. Great job as always. And we're going to say so long tonight. One more time, the Mules get it done, 35-2. We want to say thank you again to our great sponsors of Taco John's, the Scott Law Group, LLC, Briggs & Stratton, Larry Hillis Dodge, Eye Care Specialist, Christian Automotive and Tire, Patriot Auto Glass, Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center, First Choice Insurance, Air Solutions. Also being brought to you by Russians Towing, Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, PB Realty, Legacy Farm and Land Specialist. Also being brought to you by Kevin's Auto Repair and First Midwest Bank. Have a great weekend coming up. I'll see you back here next Friday night right here live on the radio as well as on Facebook and YouTube. For Tim Hicks, I'm Frankie Castile. So long from Sikeston as the Mules get it done. They go on to win at 35-2. You've been listening to Mules Football on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.